Yeah.
Please remember all the men and women that have given their lives both here and abroad so that we may continue to enjoy the freedoms we possess. Ladies and gentlemen, the Star Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may introduce your officials assigned to tonight's game. The referee is Mr. John O'Brien of Glendive, Montana. The umpire is Corey Orp of Glasgow, Montana. The linesman is Justin Meyer of Wolf Point, Montana. The line judge is Jacob O'Connor of Sydney, Montana. And the back judge, Mr. Adolf Kuckendorfer of Plentywood, Montana.
Administrator over there for some 20 years, so he knows a lot of these Emmetsburg players and a lot of the fans and everybody over at the Emmetsburg district. So we'll have Joe Carter up here at halftime joining us tonight here on Hometown Radio KLGA. We got a new official for our You Make the Call segments. Tom Claude was very nice enough, an official, local official, was able to stop in and give us some things to play this year for You Make the Call. So that's coming up at halftime tonight as well. And tune in after the game. We've got our Erpelding Voigt & Company Player of the Game as well. Pre-game is in the books. We're just a few moments away from kickoff right here on Hometown Radio KLGA. Back after this. All right, so we're getting set for kickoff tonight here on Hometown Radio KLGA. Bulldogs will receive the kick, so that's. I guess I didn't see if they won the toss and elected to receive, or if the Ehawks won the toss and deferred to the second half. But it looked like the Bulldogs. It looked like they won the toss and wanted the football. So there you go. As we are getting set for kickoff tonight, your game time temperatures brought to you by Algona Plumbing and Heating, your Armstrong air dealer in Algona. Your temperature at kickoff is a very muggy 82 degrees. So very sticky, like I said. Hopefully everybody hydrated. But they needed to do that yesterday and the day before, not today. Hopefully they hydrated for the tonight's game. So we're getting set to go. Looks like Emmetsburg kicking from right to left, so the Bulldogs will be attacking the west goal. Levi Clegg, Porter Reefer going to be the return guys for the Bulldogs. As kicking it away for Emmetsburg will be Matt Wirtz. We get the final minutes ready to go. 12 minutes put up on the clock. As I said, Porter Reefer back deep along with Levi Clegg. They'll stand back about their own 10-yard line. Funny story, when Coach Jacobson sent the lineup for today, he actually put Alex Mansky as the starting quarterback, even though it's Tyler. Big brother starting over little brother. As Wirtz puts a foot into the football and we are underway, it's going to be Porter Reefer catching the football at his own 6-yard line. Up the middle of the field, 15-20. Trying to get to the outside. He's going to be taken down from behind right at the 20. We got a flag as well. Thrown from a ways out and landed at about the 30-yard line. We'll see what that is, but Bulldogs might be starting well inside their own red zone.
Yeah, and Reefer almost started to initially overrun that kick before he had to backpedal a few steps and collect it. Again, maybe a little excited there for the opening kickoff of the season, trying to bust a big one, but we'll see here what this flag is on the play.
Well, and we also want to welcome to our broadcast your local Red Power team, as they are going to be our Red Zone sponsor. So we thank our local Red Power dealers across the area, as they are joining our broadcast here tonight. Once teams enter the Case IH Red Zone, we'll talk about our local Red Power dealers. So Bulldogs get moved back to the 10-yard line, assuming that was a block in the back. I was talking and did not hear it. As we get set to go, first down and 10 for Algona. Mansky in the pistol and has actually got Lamorne Olfers in the backfield instead of Wyatt Garman. Harris and Smith winged out either way. They sent Olfers in motion, and we had about 4 guys moving, and nobody snapped the football. So either everybody was wrong or the center missed the snap. Something happened, but the Bulldogs are going to go half the distance. So not the start you ideally want.
Yeah, first play of the season, false start for Algona. Tried to get a little bit cute there for the motion, see if they could get Emmetsburg out of position on defense, but it backfired here on the Bulldogs, and they are marooned with the shadow of their goal line right behind them.
Yeah. So Mansky standing on his own goal line right now, first down at 15 after the 5-yard walk-off. Mansky sends Olfers in motion. They get the snap count right this time. Mansky steps up. He's in trouble. Has to step up and run with the football. Out across the 10-15, out to about the 16-yard line. So he actually got the penalty yards back plus another 7. So it's going to be second down and about a long 3 here.
And that was great awareness that time from Mansky. Initially had a clean pocket, but he felt the pressure coming off the backside without even really visually seeing it. Was able to step through and make a nice gain there for second and intermediate.
Second down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Caden Weber split wide to the left. Olfers is left of Mansky in the wing tee. Mansky takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Lamorne. Quick hitter over the middle to Brandon Harris. Makes the catch across the 25 to the 27. First down for the Bulldogs. As Brandon Harris with his first catch of the season. And Brandon started at linebacker last year, didn't see any offensive snaps, and now getting some time at the wingback spot, makes a catch for the first down.
Yeah, and beautiful sidearm motion there from Mansky. And that's how you have to be a modern quarterback, even at the high school level sometimes. Throwing from different platforms, different arm angles. Mansky with a little sidearm toss there, a little Patrick Mahomes-esque to start this game.
Tristan Larson brings the play in. He split wide left with Smith. Harris and Weber wide right. Mansky takes the snap. Gives to Olfers straight up the middle. Lamorne Olfers able to get forward for a couple. I thought I saw a flag, but what I saw was kids on the far side throwing a yellow football. Up on the hill over there, they're throwing a yellow football. So it's a gain of 3 for Olfers. Call it second and 7.
Yeah, I saw the same thing too. Kids there playing football on the backside, but you're right. It was no flag, just an Emmetsburg colored football that time. Not a whole lot doing there up the middle, though, for Olfers, as he was only able to get 2 on that last play.
Yep, 2nd down and 8. Weber split wide right. Tight set here. Mansky takes the snap. Now gives to Wyatt Garman. He's in for the first time at fullback. Garman gets forward across the 30 to the 34, maybe the 35-yard line. So nice gain there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4. So 3rd and short here for the Bulldogs, or 3rd and medium, I guess. Clock running, 10:15 to go. No score, first drive of the 2021 season.
Yeah, and a couple of nice plays there from the running backs. Even though they were very short gains, really not a whole lot of running room on either of those plays. So a good job just to get positive yardage, set up a 3rd and short here.
2 receivers split either way. Garman in the backfield with Mansky on 3rd and 4. Mansky takes the snap, back to throw, steps up, throws a quick hitter to Harris again. He's got the first down. Brandon still on his feet out across the 45. I was going to say if he'd have gone down, he still had the first down, but kept going forward. Got another 5 for the Bulldogs to the 46, approaching midfield. But nice possession there, or nice possession catch by Harris. He needed 4 yards, ran 5, caught it, had the first down, and then kept going.
Yeah, and that's the definition of just finding your spot as a receiver, sitting down in coverage. He was pretty wide open, and Mansky had him on that good read there. First down, Bulldogs. Excellent drive so far after that early penalty.
Yeah, they started at their own 5 after a block in the back on the kickoff and then a false start. First down and 10 at the 46. Mansky back to throw. Steps up, fires down the middle of the field, lofts it up for Trayvon Smith. Trayvon makes the catch in traffic inside the Emmetsburg 30 down to the 27. Just floated that down the field, and Smith went up and got it.
And Mansky is reading the defense really well that time. Smith was really the only one who had any daylight on those deep routes. They were trying for the big play on first down. Mansky again looked towards his right side, made a perfect read there, and Algona is marching here.
Nice pickup on the play there, about 27 yards all the way down to the 27 of Emmetsburg. Across the 50 for the first time, first drive of the season. Harrison Weber wide right, Smith wide left. He's got one-on-one coverage that way. Mansky with Garman in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Now he's got Smith on a slant. Then Trayvon Smith in from 27 yards out for the touchdown. Like I said, he had that one-on-one coverage. Good fake to Garman, drew the defense. Smith got inside his corner, and he makes the catch for the score.
And how about a nice 5-for-5 start to the game for Tyler Mansky? All completions of 10-plus yards. And again, just quick reads, going to his first option, putting the ball right on target, giving Smith there an opportunity to run after the catch. Just great drive from the senior, and an even better job from the receivers. Just clutch hands on that one.
So it ends up being a 95-yard touchdown drive. We got Caleb Penner, the sophomore, on for the PAT try. Out of the hole to Austin Steenhoek. First PAT attempt of the season comes with 8:47 to go first quarter. Low snap, and Steenhoek going to have to, as I say, he's going to have to try and make a play, and he gets drilled for his effort. So the PAT no good, 6-0 Bulldogs, 8:47 to go first quarter. We're back in a minute here on Hometown Radio, KLGA. As we come back, Caleb Penner to kick the football away. Bulldogs leading 6-0. It started inauspiciously with 2 penalties, but turned out to be an 8-play, 95-yard drive. The last 54 of them on back-to-back completions to Trayvon Smith. The Bulldogs leading 6-0 after the PAT try was no good. As Penner to kick it away, It's a low line drive kick. It's going to bounce at about the 15-yard line, fielded by Ryan Brennan there. Up the middle of the field, 10, 15, 20. And actually, Bulldogs get fortunate. He slipped at the 37. He might have seam there as Brennan slipped down, and the Bulldogs will start defensively there as Emmetsburg has their first possession of the game.
Yeah, and I think that's the second play in a row where maybe a little bit of wet turf has come into effect. On that last extra point for Algona, it appeared that maybe a wet football influenced that low snap, and then, like you mentioned, slipping down on the kickoff return that time for Emmetsburg. So a few turf issues here early in the game.
First down and 10 for the E-Hawks. Keegan Joyce running the show. Gives up the middle this time. That's Auten, Lane Auten, the tailback, and he gets stopped after a minimal gain here, maybe a 2-yard gain to the 40. Actually, give him 3. It's called second down and 7. Cohen Reefer in on the stop for the Dogs.
And that's what we're going to be looking for here tonight. If those big guys up front for Algona can really just fill up space, not let Emmetsburg get any big gains on the ground, and try to force them to go to the air, which they don't want to do.
Second down and 7 for the E-Hawks. Joyce once again gives a second man through this time. And close to a first down run here for number 24, Seth Freeman. And he does have the first down out across the 47 to the 48. So a first down there for Emmetsburg. 2 carries and 10 yards. Alex Mansky on the stop for the Bulldogs from his safety spot.
Yeah, no one really got a great grip on Freeman that time. A couple Bulldogs had their arms around him when he was just past the line of scrimmage, but he kept slipping out until he got to that first down. Nice job keeping the legs churning, and again, maybe the jersey's a little bit wet here on the field early in the game.
Oh, fumble on the snap. I think Emmetsburg got back on it, though. Fumbled snap, and the E-Hawks do get back on it, but they lose a yard here back to the 47. But just, I don't know if Joyce maybe tried to come out a little too early that time, or the snap might have been a little bit off, but it went right to the turf. And second down and 11 for the E-Hawks.
Yeah, Joyce tried to pull away from center just a little bit too quickly that time, but his hands were empty when he pulled out.
Yep.
And that ball, fortunately, just kind of rolled right back into his lap if you're an Emmetsburg fan, and they were able to avert the turnover there.
So second down and 11 for the E-Hawks after the loss of 1. Full house backfield. Joyce is going to pitch wide here. Auten trying to turn the corner. He gets stacked up. He gets the yard back. That's it. But it's second. There's going to be third down and 10. Now we got a flag coming in late. There were some extracurriculars over on the far side. And we got a personal foul coming. What do we got here?
Yeah, it looked like Luke Carter and Lane Auten were going at it away from the play. We'll see who they get that on, but both of them were in the area of that flag being thrown. So,
and Cade Shirk might have been ejected from this game.
Oh, you're right. That was Cade Shirk, number 13, not Auten, number 12.
And now Ben Thompson's over there arguing, and he's going to get flagged. Like I said, I saw there was a little extracurricular. I didn't see what the deal was, but it looked like the official just kicked Shirk out of the game. He was making a motion as if he was ejected.
Yeah, boy, it's hard to see what they did over there because your eyes were on the play, but both of them were about 10, 15 yards away from the action, kind of going at it. And
well, of course, Luke Carter played for Emmetsburg a couple of years ago until the family moved over here. So like I said, I did not see exactly what was going on. You could see a little something, but I'm not certain what happened there, folks, other than Cade Shirk is out. And like I said, he might have been ejected from this game. We'll have to wait and see if he comes back. But it was something to get Coach Thompson really riled up over on the far side. And there's going to be a penalty and maybe a second penalty after the play.
Yeah, we could see a couple unsportsmanlike penalties here because the referee, after throwing the flag, he threw his hat, and you'd have to think that hat, that's on the coach on the sideline as they march the ball backwards right now.
Yeah, they are walking that one all the way back here to inside the 30 to the, where are they going to stop at like the 20? Yeah, the 21.
All the way now back to the 20. Wow. So, yeah, they called that penalty there, and boy, Emmetsburg, they have to go from their own 20-yard line now all the way to Algona's 42 in order to get a first down. 3rd and 38.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, it should be third down. They got second down on the down marker. But 7:03 to go here, first quarter. Bulldogs lead 6-0, and now 3rd and forever for Emmetsburg. Joyce in the shotgun, hands off left side to Lane Auten. He gets around the corner. He's going to get up close to about 8, but it doesn't matter when it's 3rd and forever. That was second down, so it was 2nd and 38. Now it's going to be 3rd down and about 28.
Yeah, they threw us a little curveball there on the scoreboard that time, but yeah, you just, even in second down in that situation, you can only hope to get a chunk of yardage and make it third and manageable, but that's not what it is here for Emmetsburg. You really don't have someone who can push the ball down the field a long ways. I would look for either an easy handoff, maybe a screen here, and you just settle for the punt and try to avoid a turnover and hope your defense can make a stop.
Down to 7 on the play clock. Is Emmetsburg gonna have to hustle to the line here? Are they gonna restart the play clock? Yeah, they're gonna let it go here. As Emmetsburg running the ball up the middle and getting back close to where the original line of scrimmage was, but it's gonna be fourth down now and about 15 as Freeman gets close to the 44.
Yeah, and that was a nice burst there through the middle by Freeman. Again, not nearly enough to get the first down, but for Algona's defense expecting the run there, Freeman still was able to get a pretty decent gain and set up maybe not too bad field position defensively for Emmetsburg if they can get a good punt off here.
Yeah, that drive derailed after the penalties, the dead ball penalties there on Emmetsburg. The Shirk with a personal foul, then one unsportsmanlike on the coach for arguing. And Tyler Mansky back to receive this punt. Keegan Joyce is the punter. He's the quarterback as well. We got a flag here. Procedure on Emmetsburg, so they'll walk it back 5 yards. So not the kind of start the Ehawks would have wanted. 5:22 to go opening quarter. Bulldogs with a 6-0 lead, and they're going to get the football back here.
Yeah, and now if you take that penalty into account, that drive for Emmetsburg, 6 plays for 1 yard.
Yeah.
After all that up and down the field.
So they'll march it back 5 yards, try the punt again as Keegan Joyce now standing at his own 25-yard line. Tyler Mansky standing at his own 30. And we got a timeout asked for by Emmetsburg. It's not been a great start for the Ehawks with a few penalties already. Bulldogs going to get the football back. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We've got 5:22 to go opening quarter. Bulldogs lead 6-0. Back after this on Hometown Radio. We come back with 5:22 to go first quarter. Algona leading 6-0. Bulldogs about to get the football back. So obviously, Tyler, that was a good start defensively, but with the if you take the penalties in there, it's a great start defensively. But Emmetsburg did find some holes. The Bulldogs will have to shore that up, make sure they're not giving up 5-6 yards a run here. But Tyler Mansky back to receive this punt. And the Bulldogs will go back to the work on offense, or go back to work on offense. Can't spit it out here.
Yeah, and if you're Algona, again, more disciplined team oftentimes wins the first game of the season. It's easy to make mistakes like these early, and Emmetsburg has made some key ones so far.
Low line drive kick. Tyler Mansky's going to field it on the run at his own 30-yard line. Gets across to the 32, and the Bulldogs will take over there 1st and 10. So.
It almost looked like Mansky wanted to wait for a fair catch there. He kind of started to raise his arm, but pulled it back at the last minute and tried to burrow forward there on the return for a couple of yards.
So the Bulldogs had some success running the football, had some nice runs, but really, you mentioned Tyler Mansky 5 for 5 on that opening drive, the last 54 to Trayvon Smith on back-to-back plays. So Bulldogs opened it up in the passing game there in that opening drive. We'll see if they get the ground game going a little bit too, as Olfer's in the backfield, right behind Tyler Mansky. 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 32. Mansky takes a snap, gives to Olfers around the right side. Lamorne Olfers gets across the 40, out to about the 42, almost a gain of 10. Going to be just shy of a 1st down here. Call it a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and that was a nice job there from the Algona offensive line. Had everything sealed off pretty well. Good hole there between the right tackle and right guard for Olfers to work his way through and set up second down and very short here.
Yeah, went around Jackson Woodyard and Jensen Eischen up front on that right side of the line. Jackson Cecil over there as well at the tight end spot. Smith is winged right, Harris wide left, along with Austin Steenhoek. Tyler Mansky takes the snap, back to throw, pressure coming. Steps up, he's got room to run if he wants to. He's going to get the first down to the outside. Now he's across midfield, down the sideline, all the way into Emmetsburg territory down to the 37-yard line. That one, it looked like initially he was going to cut it up, get the first down. Then he bounced all the way to the outside and picks up a nice gain there into Emmetsburg territory all the way to the 37.
Yeah, second big 10-plus yard run there of the game for Mansky as he gets 21 on that one. But for Emmetsburg, they've been able to get pretty close to Mansky here, but he's done an even better job evading the pressure, stepping forward, and that time sidestepping the rush, able to bounce it outside and find some green turf down the sideline. Huge gain there for Algona.
First down and 10. That's a dimension that Tyler maybe didn't have a couple years ago, but now as a senior, he knows as I say, he's got the free rein to kind of do what he needs to do out there. Mansky throws out in the flat. He's got Trayvon Smith at the 35, 30-yard line, inside the 25, down to about the 24. Nice pickup there. That's going to be a first down. Looks like a pickup of about 13 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and those quick hitters are just such a key for Mansky here early in this game. Smith came wide open in the flat. You know he has the ability to run after the catch, so keep it simple. Don't try to push the ball downfield and just take a nice stick-moving play there.
Yeah, take advantage of that cushion that Emmetsburg was providing. Austin Steenhoek split wide left. Smith wing to the right, Harris to the left, and Garmin in the backfield with Mansky. The give is to Garmin straight up the middle, and he's going to get undercut as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Forward for maybe a yard, not much more than that. Going to bring up second down and 9. Clock running, 3:52 to go, first quarter. 6-0 Algona. Bulldogs on the move.
Yeah, and there hasn't been a lot of room through the middle of that defense so far for Algona. They've been pretty stonewalled when they've tried to go up the middle. They've had a little more success so far running some counter plays and trying to bounce things to the outside. We'll see if they're able to wear down the middle of that Emmetsburg defense at all as this game goes on.
Second down and 9 for the Bulldogs, approaching the Case IH red zone. And we got movement on the side here. Steenhoek, the line got set, and Austin moved from his wide receiver spot, so that'll be the second penalty against the, or I should say third penalty against the Bulldogs, and the first one since the first play of the game. So it'll be second down out about 14 with 3:08 to go here in this opening quarter.
Yeah, 2 false start penalties here on offense. They had the one on special teams earlier, but again, Algona's made less mistakes so far penalty-wise than Emmetsburg.
Second down at 14, Mansky in that pistol set, takes the snap, back to throw. Looking, throws a quick hitter across the middle, has Trayvon Smith. Trayvon makes the catch, now trying to make people miss. Gets down to the 20-yard line. So gets the penalty yards back, plus another 3. It's going to bring up third down and about 7 here for the Bulldogs. They need just inside the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and Emmetsburg, they're really playing off Algona's receivers, giving them those underneath routes, those quick, easy completions for Mansky. And give Mansky credit, he's not trying to force the ball downfield into coverage. He's just taking those underneath ones all day and trying to pick away at this defense gradually.
And imagine here you've got 2 plays to pick up about 7 yards, not going to punt from the 20. Mansky with Garmin to his right. Takes the pistol snap, keeps it up the middle. He's got room to run. Tyler Mansky's got the first down inside the 15-yard line, down to about the 12. He's in the Case IH red zone, brought to you by your local Red Power dealers. Thank you to our Red Power teams for joining our broadcast this season. And the Bulldogs have first and 10 just outside the E-Hawk 10-yard line at the 12.
Yeah, that's a big call there on third down. Mansky's been throwing it well, but they use the other weapon that he brings, and that's his legs, taking it up the middle. A place where Algona hasn't had a lot of room so far, but that time, Line was able to open up a nice gap, and Mansky, no hesitation, got the first down.
First down and 10. They've got Smith wide left, one-on-one coverage for Trayvon over there. Mansky takes the snap, gives it up the middle to Wyatt. Garmin, Wyatt rumbling, fumbling, stumbling all the way down inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. Nice pickup of 5 there. Wyatt Garmin's not going to be fancy. He's a big fella. He's going to bruise his way down there, hold on to the football, and pick up 5 yards.
And I like what I've seen from the interior of that offensive line on the last 2 plays. After I was talking earlier about how there wasn't much room for the middle, both these past couple of plays, Algona's been able to push Emmetsburg off the line of scrimmage.
Minute 15 to go, first quarter, 6-0 Bulldogs. They've got it inside the Emmetsburg 10. Mansky takes the snap, back to throw, looking to his right, fires over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Austin Steenhope was at the goal line, had a defender draped all over him, but no call or anything. It's going to bring up third down at about 5.
Yeah, and it was bound to happen eventually where Mansky would throw his first incomplete pass of the game, but that is where it happens. Algona was trying to kind of rub their slot receivers, both send them towards the pylon to the outside, but weren't really able to get either of them loose for Mansky to get that easy touchdown there. So well covered by Emmetsburg's defensive backfield.
Third down and 5, inside the 10 at the 7. They can get a first down at the 2. Mansky takes the snap, keeps it himself straight up the middle. Tyler Mansky looking for the end zone. He's going to be stopped short, but he's right at the sticks. That might be first and goal. It's going to depend on the spot. And actually, they're giving it. They're going to look at it and say first down for the Bulldogs. So first and goal to go from the 2.
Yeah, and again, Mansky just fearless on third down, has those instincts, knows exactly where the sticks are, and able to fall forward that time to get just enough. And this is a good situation here for Algona. Try to get that early 2-possession lead, set the tone here early, make Emmetsburg pay for some of those offensive mistakes that short-circuited their drive, and really set the tone here in the first.
Under a minute to go first quarter. Algona trying to build on a 6-0 lead. First and goal from the 2. Mansky takes a snap, gives to Olfers straight up the middle. Flags fly in after the play as Olfers got stuffed. 2 flags, one from the back, one from the side. We got illegal substitution on the Bulldogs, so that'll take it back to the 7-yard line. So instead of first and goal from the 2, you got first and goal from the 7 now.
Yeah, and there's kind of the first huge mental mistake there for Algona. You're right on the shadow of your goal line. Kind of the playbook's wide open from the 2-yard line, and now Emmetsburg maybe can sit back a little more, look for Mansky to try to throw it, or maybe run some sort of quarterback draw here. And looks like they'll
oh, wow, that must have been something. That's all the way back to the 17-yard. That's a 15-yard penalty.
So they initially signaled an illegal substitution. I wonder if there was also a unnecessary roughness or something along those lines there on that play that Emmetsburg would have accepted instead, because, yeah, this is a huge...
Yeah, it's not a... Illegal substitution isn't a 15-yard walk-off. So first and goal now back at the 17. Clock running, under 30 seconds to go first quarter. Mansky takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Garmin, trying to get around a defender to his left. Now looking, he's in deep trouble here. Now throws it over to the side. He's got Garmin over there, incomplete, but really that was just get it out of my hands so I don't get sacked back near midfield. Stops the clock with 18 seconds left first quarter. Second and goal now from the 17.
Yeah, and there was a missed blocking assignment that time as Ben Saxton came into the backfield untouched. Mansky tried to juke around him, almost held onto the ball a little bit too long there and took a disastrous sack, but fortunately was able to get it out of his hands and avoid even more of a loss of yardage there for Algona.
So second down and goal to go for the Bulldogs. Play clock down to 14. Mansky, 2 receivers wide left. Smith is wing to the right. Tyler takes a snap as the play clock is about to expire. Oh, little trickeration there. They tried a double handoff. They went to Garmin, then he gave it back to Smith, and Emmetsburg wasn't fooled. No gain on the play. Third down and 10, or third down and goal from the 17 now, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. 6-0 Algona. Bulldogs looked like they were primed to add to it, but a penalty has them. Third and goal from the 17 when we come back with quarter number 2 here on Hometown Radio, KLGA. We come back. Second quarter, Bulldogs of Algona leading Emmetsburg 6-0. Had first and goal from the 2, but then a penalty took it all the way back to the 17, and now it's third and goal from right there. So we'll see. You got 2 plays to get 17 yards, and it's happened before. Never. So we'll see what the Bulldogs have drawn up right here. But statistically, it was a one-sided first quarter there, Tyler, as the Bulldogs moved it up and down the field. But right now, still only one possession game.
Yeah, that's right. If you look at the total yardage in this one, Algona with a 166 to 34 edge there in total offense. So obviously doing some great things here so far, kind of marching up and down the field. And really, the only thing stopping Algona so far has been that penalty yardage right down on the goal line that's backed them up here into this long situation they face right now. But Mansky's looked great. He's 6 of 8 through the air, 96 yards in that touchdown, and he's also rushed for 47 yards on the ground. So Tyler Mansky here making an early statement.
Well, and Caleb Penner has been playing center. I guess I didn't see it that Eden Seeley is on the sideline. So Caleb Penner has been playing center here tonight for the Bulldogs. Mansky in the pistol set, 2 receivers right, 1 left, wing back wide right as well. Mansky looking for Smith, one-on-one coverage. He's got him open in the end zone, and Smith makes the catch. It's a 16-yard touchdown grab. Just a little corner route there, and Smith wide open makes the grab. Tyler Mansky put it on the money.
Absolutely. Once again, a great throw by Mansky. He went back shoulder that time for Smith. The defender there, about a yard or 2 of space in between him and Smith. That is an easy connection there for a quarterback who has some great chemistry so far with his senior receiver to start this game.
Well, Smith had a big game against Emmetsburg last year, and he's making an early case for an Erpeling Voigt & Company Player of the Game award. We'll have to wait and see. Caleb Penner on for the PAT try. Austin Steenhoek will try and get this one down, as last time the snap kind of rolled back to him. See if we can clean that up here and put this one through the upright. Low snap, but they get it down. The kick is on the way, and it is no good, wide left. Took him a while to signal there, but it is no good. So 12-0 Algona. We've got 11:54 to go until halftime. We're back in a minute on Hometown Radio, KLGA. We come back. That was a 12-play drive, capped off at a 16-yard touchdown pass from Tyler Mansky to Trayvon Smith. Second time they've hooked up for a touchdown tonight. PAT attempt no good. 12-0 Bulldogs, 11:54 to go till halftime. And as I say, Bulldogs shot themselves in the foot towards the goal line, but able to make up for it.
Yeah, and sometimes you've just got to overcome, and maybe the best solution to penalties is just have a great quarterback who can throw those 17-yard dimes.
Caleb Penner with the kick, fielded it at the 17-yard line. One of the upbacks takes it, and going to get out across the 30 to about the 34-yard line as Lincoln Rotze with the return there for the E-Hawks.
Yeah, 12 plays, 78 yards on that last drive for Algona. It took 5:20. Mansky already his second touchdown of the night, and it's going to be a big problem for Emmetsburg if they keep letting Trayvon Smith just roam free in the secondary as he has so far in this game.
Yeah, they might not have anybody that can cover him one-on-one. You might have to see a double team at some point. So first down and 10 for Emmetsburg, their second possession of the night. Like I said, their first drive got out to midfield, and then 2 15-yard penalties kind of ended that any hope on that drive as Keegan Joyce gives up the middle. Not much running room that time for Lane Otten. Across the 35 to the 36, gain of about 2, but that's it.
Yeah, and so far, Algona's defensive line doing a good job holding their ground. It's obviously a little bit tough when Emmetsburg, they come sprinting out of the huddle and quick snap you, but Algona's defense has been disciplined here early in this game.
Right now up front, you got Jack Limbaugh, another freshman in the game. He's playing the right defensive end spot. Garmin and Woodyard on the left side of the line. So 2 true freshmen playing for the Bulldogs here tonight. And the ball's loose, as that was a false start. I thought that, or maybe it was just the fact that the quarterback stayed there for a second. If he snapped it, everybody went, and the quarterback didn't go anywhere, and that's what they're saying. It's going to be a loss of a yard of the play, as Joyce able to pick up the fumble, but he got tackled. Because I thought everybody was moving, and the center hadn't snapped the ball, but no, he snapped it, and just the quarterback fumbled it a little bit.
Yeah, Joyce just really wasn't ready for that snap, kind of standing back there like a statue that time, and obviously the timing went wrong there for Emmetsburg. Not everyone on the same page, and again, another early offensive mistake, just wasting a play and setting up a 3rd and long here.
That's back to throw. Throwing deep down the middle of the field. That's going to be tipped, intercepted by Alex Smansky, the freshman. Makes the pick at the 45-yard line as Ryan Brennan has come in at the quarterback spot. He threw that one down the field, tried to sneak it over the freshman safety, and Alex makes the pick.
Yeah, and Seth Freeman had a step on the defense that time, but that ball was very much underthrown. A nice job kind of tipping the ball to himself that time for Algona by Alex Mansky. And an early interception, first of his career for the young freshman.
So 1st down and 10 for Algona. Or what? Oh, no, never mind. They're going to call a penalty on Algona here. They called the roughing the passer play, so the Bulldog defense staying out on the field negates the interception by the freshman. And I didn't see why Keegan Joyce was not in at quarterback, but they do have Ryan Brennan playing quarterback. He got hit. And they're going to walk this off here, so that's a momentum shift right there for the Bulldogs. Instead of instead of an interception near midfield, it's 1st down and 10 for Emmetsburg at their own 48. So a 15-yard walk-off on a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and just a brutal moment there for Algona. Obviously, everyone's eyes were down the field watching the interception, but roughing the passer there, that's the kind of thing, it will drive Coach Andy Jacobson crazy. Extending the drive would have been Algona possession in great field position.
So Brennan hands off to Auten up the middle. He's going to get forward for a yard or two, not much. Like I said, I didn't see if anything happened to Joyce or not. If he's on the sideline right now, so like I said, gain of 2 to midfield for Emmetsburg, 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, and Joyce, he is still present there on the sideline, holding his helmet. You wonder if it's just trying to mix things up here with Brennan, or if he did get banged up a little bit early in the game. We'll kind of get our answer here depending on if we continue to see Brennan here throughout the rest of this one.
2nd down and 8, 9:44 to go till halftime. Brennan gives off the left side this time. That's Freeman, and he's fighting forward close to a 1st down. Into Algona territory down to the 44. It's going to be about 2 yards shy here.
And this is the kind of drive if you're Emmetsburg, you could really demoralize Algona. Thought you had the turnover, now just kind of pound the ball inside, maybe put together a long drive here and try to put some points of your own on the board. And really, Emmetsburg is going to need it because their defense has not shown any signs of stopping Algona so far. So this is really a drive. You've been given a second chance. You really need to come away with something here.
3rd down and 2. Clock running, 9:08 to go, 1st half. 12-0 Algona. As Brennan in at quarterback for Emmetsburg. Takes a snap. He's going to pitch wide to Auten. Tries to cut up field, and he's going to be dropped for a loss in the backfield. Trayvon Smith got him. And then a host of Bulldogs. Jack Limbaugh in over there. Tyler Mansky as well. And they drop him for a loss of about 3. It's now 4th and 5 at the Algona 47-yard line. So we'll see if Emmetsburg wants to go for it here, if they want to try and punt the football away. It wouldn't surprise me if they just go for it here, or at least try to draw Algona off sides with the offense that they typically run. Wouldn't surprise me if they try that and get a cheap 5 and maybe get a short 4th down play or a 1st down. It's right in the middle, so it could be a 1st down if you get an offside penalty.
Yeah, 4th and 5 here, but on that last play, Brennan got in a situation where he had to throw a block on the linebacker, and the quarterback was unable to do it.
Brennan rolling out to his right under pressure, throws out in the flat, and it's incomplete. Overshot his intended target. No flags anywhere this time, and the Bulldogs get the stop defensively.
And it's actually a good thing for Emmetsburg that Brennan did overthrow that one, because that play was undercut nicely that time by Levi Clegg. And if Brennan throws that one a little bit lower, Clegg's going the other way for 6.
There was about 50 yards of green turf between him and the end zone, and that's it, as he had cut the route there, and the ball was overthrown. So Algona takes over on downs. First down and 10. It negates the highlight for the freshman Alex Mansky, but the Bulldogs get the stop nonetheless. 8:08 to go until halftime, leading 12-0.
Yeah, I have a feeling based on that athleticism from Mansky, that's not the only time we'll be seeing that here throughout his time at Algona. He has a long career ahead of him at that safety position, and obviously will contribute on offense at some point as well, but he'll have more chances to get an interception like that.
That's right. Tyler Mansky gives up the middle to Lamorne Olfers, and he gets stacked up after a gain of a half yard, maybe. And now, I'd not say no gain on the play, second down and 10 there. Tried to go up the middle, but nothing there. Second down and 10 for the Dogs.
Yeah, and if Mansky had the option to keep at that time, it would have been a lot better play for Mansky to hang on to that. And even after he handed off the ball, he kind of jumped up in the air, knew he probably should have taken that himself and taken it outside for a bigger gain than the 0 that they got.
Second down and 10. Clock running, 7:38 to go first half. 12-0 Algona. They've got the football back near midfield. Olfers in the backfield, 2 receivers either way for the Bulldogs. Olfers now moves to the left of Tyler Mansky. Tyler takes the snap, keeps the ball this time, and then he's going to go down. He faked the handoff to Olfers, and nobody bought it. They were going after Tyler the whole time. He loses 5 or 6 here. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, busted play there from the start. Dawson Weir was the first one in the backfield, but there were 3 golden helmets that time all over Mansky. Nowhere for him to run, nowhere to hide, and Algona facing now a very 3rd down and long situation here after that loss.
Yep, 6:56 to go until half. Well, see if you can find number 11. He's been the big play guy here tonight. Bulldogs taking their time, bringing the play in from the sideline, and they may take a timeout here as Coach Jacobson is standing right next to the side judge. He's talking to him. He's going to take the clock all the way down, then call a timeout. Takes a timeout with 6:36 to go until half. It'll be 3rd and 16 when we come back right after this on Hometown Radio, KLGA. So as we come back, 3rd down and 16, 6:36 to go until halftime. Algona leading Emmetsburg 12-0. And we'll see what the Bulldogs drew up in the huddle here. A hot, humid night, and the clouds are darkening to the west. So, like I said, as long as we don't get any lightning, we'll be okay. 2 receivers split either way. Olfers in the backfield with Mansky. He sends him to the left. And we got a flinch up front. I think one of the receivers flinched there, so walk it back another 5. So 3rd and 16 becomes 3rd and 21.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you already had a really tough set of downs there for Mansky to try to overcome. And it's going to be even tougher here for Algona after that false start. No reason on 3rd and 17 as a receiver to try to get a jump like that, but just got a little antsy that time.
Well, the Bulldogs have been having their linemen get down and then setting. And a couple times when they've gone to get set, our guys have flinched. So that's one you got to get used to. They got Smith wide left. They're going to send a safety his way. Keegan Joyce is back in the game at safety. So he's shading towards Smith on the left side. Mansky takes a snap, pressure coming straight up the middle. Mansky rolling out to his right, throws over to the right side. It's intercepted. He threw it right to a defender. Was just trying to get rid of it. Had a receiver in the vicinity, but it's picked off over on the far side there. Number 26, Jace Nelson, or excuse me, number 26. Oh, they got two 25s listed in the program, and no 26s. So it's either Jace Nelson Brown or Cameron Madden. One of those guys just got an interception, assuming that their numbers are correct. But as it is, first down and 10 for Emmetsburg in Algona territory at the 39. So a mistake there. First turnover of the ball game, and Emmetsburg has it in Algona territory to start the drive.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays where a breakdown in protection led to that. Mansky had a man deep if he had a little more time.
Joyce back in at quarterback. He gives off the left side to Freeman, and he plows forward for about 6 as he's been able to find some running room. Call it a gain of 6 here, second down and 4 coming for Emmetsburg.
Yeah, workman-like night for Freeman. Going back to that fourth down play, Smith ended up in one-on-one coverage on the outside and again got a step on the defender, but Mansky had zero time there to set his feet, step up, or even look Smith's way to the left, and that was what led to that interception as he was kind of desperately flushed to the right side that time.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was Freeman on the blitz up the middle that was able to get to him. They go left side to Auten as they tried to misdirect the Bulldogs that time. They faked as if they're going to the right, go to the left. Auten gets forward for a yard or 2, and it's going to bring up third down at about 2 here for the Ehawks.
Yeah, and Wyatt Garman, even though he didn't make the tackle, kind of came slicing in and got to the backfield to disrupt that play, forcing Auten a little bit more towards the left where he went right into the waiting arms of the defense. So another third down situation here for Emmetsburg coming up.
5:05 to go first half, 12-0 Algona, but Emmetsburg on the move after the Bulldog turnover. Third down and 2 here for the Ehawks. Joyce, did he draw us offside? Yes, he did. It's coming. And the coaches preach, look at the football, look at the football. Don't listen to the quarterback. Look at the football. Well, they listened to the quarterback. They did not look at the football. And it's a first down for Emmetsburg at the 27 now of Algona.
Yeah, and that was the perfect time to bring that out, too. You can't be doing it all the time throughout the game, otherwise the defense adjusts to it. But Emmetsburg picks the perfect spot there to kind of delay a little bit and get Algona the jump off sides, as you mentioned. And that's a free first down there for the Ehawks. Keeps the sticks moving here on this key drive in the second quarter.
So first down and 10 now at the Algona 27. Joyce keeps it. Look at the throw. Throws out in the flat. He's got Wirtz out there, and it's knocked away. Oh, what a play by Clegg. It was on Wirtz's hands, and Clegg slapped it out of him.
And again, nice play by Clegg to recover that time, but the safeties absolutely bit that time on the fake. And if they put just a little bit more air underneath that one with Joyce and put that one a little further down the field, that is an easy touchdown. But again, underthrown ball, let Clegg get back into the play, and good hustle there from Clegg not to give up on it after he kind of bit up there initially.
Yeah, as Wirtz was getting his hands on it, and Levi almost got his hands right in between, smacked them all the way, second down and 10. So Emmetsburg takes a shot at the end zone, nearly had it, but a great defensive play keeps them out there. Second down and 10 from the 27. Clock stopped with 4:35 to go until halftime, and they did not get the play off. No, they're going to call timeout. I was going to say the play clock was at 1. They snapped it with 0, but the coach over on the far side, Coach Thompson, had taken the timeout to save the yardage. So timeout on the field with 4:35 to go until halftime. Algona leading 12-0. Emmetsburg on the move. We're back in a minute here on Hometown Radio. So second down and 10 as we come back. Emmetsburg with the football at the Algona 27. Algona leads 12-0. But Hawks took over in Algona territory after an interception, and now it's 2nd down and 10. They'll send receivers either way. As Joyce is in the shotgun this time, and we got movement up front. That's a false start on Emmetsburg, so they blow a toe off there. It'll be 2nd down and 15. And these, when he's talking about procedure penalties, yeah, they drive coaches nuts, but also when the first game of the season happens, I think coaches, they got to expect some things like this are going to happen.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, there's no substitute for the actual game, the energy of the crowd, the kind of adrenaline you feel when you know the stakes are high. And, of course, you will definitely expect some penalties, as you mentioned. But for Emmetsburg so far tonight, I mean, what's worked on them for offense, at least in this drive anyways, it's that between the tackle running, they haven't gotten the lock going so far, but they've been able to somewhat establish a few holes. Again, the passing game really hasn't worked for them, and not that that's normally a huge part for them. But
Joyce under pressure, scrambles out of it, and he's going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. As Bulldogs had pressure from either side coming, Joyce kind of scrambled away momentarily, but got cleaned up by Wyatt Garman. And it's 3rd down now and 15. Nice job by the Bulldogs to get pressure on either side. Looked like Cohen Reefer and Jack Limbaugh both got up there. And then Garman able to trip up Joyce as he tried to scramble away. 3rd and 15 as the Hawks were in a more of a passing set that time. He was in the shotgun, had 2 receivers either way. And we'll see what they come up with here. 3:55 to go until halftime. They've got 2 receivers wide right, 1 wide left. Wirtz, the tight end, is wide right as well. We got another procedure penalty coming here. I didn't see who moved that time, but they're going to march Emmetsburg back 5 yards again. So 3rd and 15 now becomes 3rd and 20.
yeah, I believe it was one of the receivers on the right side of the field, either Clayton Ruber or Lane Otten, both over there. One of them didn't get set on that play, and I could kind of tell because Algona's defense was kind of getting over there at the last minute, but Emmetsburg, again, didn't get set there on that one. And another penalty here, 3rd and really long, and when you've struggled to pass the ball like them here tonight, 3rd and 20 becomes nearly impossible.
Yeah, this is basically where the drive started, at about the 37-yard line after the interception by Mansky. So we're 3:35 to go until halftime. Now it's 3rd and 20 for Emmetsburg. And this is one here, if you can get some of it back, probably go for it. Joyce in the shotgun. He's got Otten to his right. He's going to give it to Otten off the left side. He's got some room to run, and we got a hold coming on Emmetsburg here. He got about 7 yards back, but we got a hold coming on the Hawks, so that's going to push him even further back. And like I said, the Hawks had a good drive going after the turnover, but now they've gone back, and further back. And we got a cramp on the far side here. That was Jensen Eischen coming up a little gimpy.
Yeah, and that time for Emmetsburg, both the right tackle and the left tackle got beaten very badly that time. So whichever direction that play was going in was ultimately either going to result in a loss of yards or a holding penalty. So they get the hold that time, back it up to 3rd and even longer here.
All the way back to the 47 of Algona. So it is 3rd down now and, let's see here, 3rd down and 3rd down and 30. It's 3rd and 30. They got to get to the 17-yard line. They're at the 47, so 3rd and 30 for the Hawks. The one thing this has done, it's killed the clock. They haven't run a play, but they've run about a minute and a half off the clock here with these procedure penalties, and now a holding penalty. So now it's 3rd and 30. Joyce in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Pressure coming from the left side. Trayvon Smith gets to Joyce. Joyce gets out of it. Now he's trying to run for his life. He's going to try and throw, and now Smith catches up to him again and sacks him at the original line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout to save some clock here. And it's 4th and 30 now, and Emmetsburg will punt the football.
Yeah, what an unbelievable play that time by Trayvon Smith. Missed on the initial sack, kind of whiffed there. And again, a lot of players will kind of stay laying on the ground after they miss on that, embarrassed, especially with a mobile quarterback like Joyce moving so quickly out to his left. Smith got right back to his feet, kept the pursuit. Joyce didn't see him coming, and that's a big drive stopper there for Algona.
Yeah, I mean, he could have run for a little bit, but he wasn't going to get anywhere close to the first down. Tried to chuck it downfield, and Smith came back, and honestly, in that position, you know, Trayvon was going for the football too. He thought about stripping that out of there, but Joyce did a nice job of covering up, make sure it's just a sack, and live to punt the football away. 2:48 to go until halftime. Bulldogs burn a timeout, so they've got one left. Emmetsburg's got one left, and we'll see if they can get a decent return here on a punt and get things going here after they had a drive stall a little bit by penalties, and then the turnover ended the drive last time.
Yeah, and if you go forward here in the second half, I wonder if you're Emmetsburg, if you start to try to use Joyce's legs a little more as the quarterback. Obviously, you've tried the straight-ahead running game with mixed amounts of success. Joyce is a drop-back passer, really hasn't been getting it done here tonight, but we've seen a couple times in that drive. He does have the ability to move a little bit with his legs, make some defenders miss, so I wonder if that's something you turn towards a little more in the second half once Algona's defensive line has that fatigue start to set in a bit more.
Well, and when he's tried to throw, hasn't had a lot of time yet either. That's been a problem. So the Bulldogs been doing a nice job getting pressure. As Joyce to kick it away, Tyler Mansky standing at his own 13. Bulldogs kind of come after Joyce there, but he booms this one down the field. Mansky's not even going to go after it. It's going to go into the end zone. He hammered that one. That was a great kick, but couldn't get it to stop in the field of play. Goes into the end zone out the back, and the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 2:28 to go, so that's plenty of time with a timeout.
Exactly, and it'll be interesting to see how aggressively Emmetsburg wants to play this defensively. They've been giving Mansky a lot of the underneath throws so far, and he's been taking them. Algona does have one timeout left here, 2:28 on the clock, so they can take the underneath game for a little while, but at some point they may need a pretty big chunk play here on this drive.
Got Caden Weber split wide left. It's Tristan Larson split wide, or actually he's wide left. Caden Weber split wide right along with Trayvon Smith. Mansky takes the pistol snap, looking right. Steps up. Now he's under pressure. He's going to take off and run. He's got some room to run. Now fires down the middle of the field. He had Brandon Harris, but he threw it behind him. Brandon was going to his right, and the ball was to his left, and Brandon could not make the catch as Mansky trying to make a play with his feet there. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, good job extending the play that time by Mansky, but that's one of those plays where the coverage was able to hold up for 5 or 6 seconds. You know, on the far side of the field, Trayvon Smith pretty well covered up. Algona pretty much had most people covered up that time. Like you mentioned, Harris kind of flashed there at the last moment, but even that would have been a tough throw for Mansky to make on the move.
You're listening to Bulldog Football here on KLGA 92.7 FM, KLGA Algona. Mansky takes a snap, steps back to throw, down the middle. He's got Trayvon Smith out across the 25, out towards the 30, just shy of a 1st down here with 2:15 to go till halftime. So the Bulldogs can get a quick play here, get a 1st down, and keep this drive moving. 3rd down and less than a yard.
Yeah, tight window throw there. 3 defenders in the area, but Smith so calm in making that catch.
They split Caden Weber out wide left. And, we got procedure here. Weber wasn't quite set, but he was looking at the official. And then a couple of guys in the backfield flinched as well, and that's one there. You got to take your time. You know what you got. Take your time, get set, get the 1st down. Now the Bulldogs have made it 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and inches.
Yeah, and everyone obviously trying to go at least with a decent amount of tempo here running this 2-minute drill. But like you said, you still have to get set, still have to remember the fundamentals in this situation. And now you risk giving the ball back to Emmetsburg. 3rd and 5, you can get it obviously, but it's not necessarily a gimme like a 3rd and 1 would normally be.
Yeah, like a 3rd and inches like that was. Smith is split wide to the left. Caden Weber split wide right. Harris is wing to the right as well. Mansky takes that pistol snap, back to throw, looking to his left. Now steps up, going to try and take off and run. Now dumps it at the last second to Caden Weber. Caden's got the 1st down, out across the 35 to the 39. Mansky keeping it alive with his feet. He was getting hit, kind of flipped it, almost like a pitch in baseball where he just kind of dumping it off to the second baseman, flipped it over to Caden Weber, who makes his first catch as a Bulldog and gets the 1st down out to the 39.
Yeah, and I was just about to lament the fact that Mansky had Tristan Larson on a little curl route to his left, but after that, Mansky was able to extend the play a little bit longer out to his right, get the 1st down anyways. Again, he is really flashing that athleticism today.
1st down and 10. Mansky looking left. He's got Tristan Larson out across midfield. 1st down for the Bulldogs as he made the catch and then got another 6-7 after that into Emmetsburg territory to the 47. Nice pickup there of about 15. And the clock stops momentarily on the timeout with 1:28 to go. Bulldogs don't need to rush just yet.
Yeah, and Larson just kind of slants towards the middle of the field that time. Emmetsburg just letting him sit down underneath. They know Algona's got to hurry here, but Algona will still have time to take those underneath ones.
Mansky back to throw. He's got time, steps up, fires deep down the middle of the field. He's got Caden Weber open behind the defense, and it was just a little overthrown off of Weber's hands. If he makes the catch, it's 6. But the last second, he had to reach just a little bit too far, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, Weber knew he was going to beat the defensive back that time. Even before he passed him, flashed that right hand to get Mansky's attention, blew past the defender, had open turf in front of him to the end zone, and again, did everything right except make that catch. Throw was a little off target that time, but that's still one you really want to see Weber haul in.
As I say, still hit him in the hands, and Caden, I think he knows it too. I was going to say, Caden was a cross-country runner last year. It was his first year out for football, and he was trying to make a huge play in this opener. 2nd down and 10. Mansky takes the snap, back to throw, pressure coming from the left side. Now he throws right, had Harris, and Brandon Harris dropped that one, and he's slapping himself in the helmet. He knew he had, if he catches it, it's a gain of about 7, but he was trying to turn upfield before he secured it. Incomplete, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and again, it's this drive, I mean, Algona's exposed Emmetsburg's coverage to a certain extent. They're obviously giving you those underneath plays where you can sit down in the zone, but even with that being said, Algona's had the opportunity to take the top off a couple times.
Bulldogs going to burn their last time out here with 1:03 to go. They're going to set up this 3rd down play. And like I said, it's 1 still. You got 1:03. If you get if you can find a way to get a first down, A, the clock's going to stop. B, you can still kill the clock with a spike or something like that. You've got some time, but burning this last time out right now to find a way to keep this drive going because you're not quite in 4-down territory here.
Right, and again, 1 minute, 3 seconds on the clock here. I mean, if you're Algona too, it's nice. You know that Mansky has the ability to do it all in one play, take a deep shot here, and even in this 2-minute drill, Algona's had the opportunity to do that. I wouldn't be surprised here. Algona can take, you know, maybe not necessarily a shot on this play, but if you get near the sticks, either set up 4th and short or even get that first down, if we could see a shot play coming up here very soon on this drive.
Well, if you could get something like you had there, you know, a 7-yard route, make a catch, and if you get down, it's the 4th and 3 at your own 40, you know, the 40 of Emmetsburg, I should say. You're probably going to go for it right there, so we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, a good first half for the Bulldogs, 1:03 to go, and you'd love to cap this off with some points, but got to find a way to convert here on 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, and in spite of a couple drops in this drive, too, I've been impressed with how Algona's receivers have looked so far. A lot of them very patient, just finding that perfect spot in the zone coverage that they knew they'd be facing. Again, you know, early in the game, we saw a couple huge plays to Trayvon Smith, but all the receivers seem to have their own distinct role and really filling it well in this game.
3rd down and 10. Weber, the only wide out. Mansky takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his left. He's got Harris on a wheel route, but can't find him. Now throws across the field to Caden Weber. Caden going to get close to a first down. Might be a bit short. If it is, it's 4th down and about a half yard. So the Bulldogs, like I said, went for, you know, looked down the field, didn't have it. They come back short. Clock running with 40 seconds. 4th down and about a yard here. So let's see if they can get the first down as they're trying to bring the play in from the side.
Yeah, and they had tight end Jackson Cecil running wide open across the middle of the field that time. He went across formation, but Mansky just didn't see him that time.
Mansky takes the snap, back to throw. Steps up, pressure coming down the middle of the field. He's got Lamorne Olfers, makes the catch inside the 30, down to the 22. 1st down and 10 for Algona. Bulldogs got to get up and clock it. Clock stops with 21 seconds. They can clock it here, and you got 3 plays from the 20. And they're stopping the clock here real quick. Make sure everybody's set. So they start the clock. Mansky takes a snap and spikes it. So they got 18 seconds here. You can run a couple of plays on 18 seconds as long as you don't get, if you get tackled inbounds, you got to make sure you got the first down right here.
Yeah, and that was a nice play on that last one prior to the spike with Lamorne Olfers just coming from that slot position, heading down the middle of the field. Knew he was going to get popped, knew he would have to get up quickly and get everyone set, but again, Olfers held on to the ball that time, and Algona, like you said, they'll have a couple opportunities to aim for the end zone here.
Well, that was one there. I thought maybe they just run it and get the first down, but no, they took the shot downfield, had Olfers. He made the catch, got some afterwards, and the Bulldogs have 10 seconds here on the play clock. They haven't even got to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to hustle. Down to 3, down to 2. Mansky takes a snap, looking left, now looks down the middle of the field. He's got Trayvon Smith behind the defense. Oh, off his hands, incomplete. It was a little bit behind him that time, incomplete with 13 seconds.
And that ball came out just a little bit late that time from Mansky as Smith won his route off the line. He was heading pretty much towards the right part of that end zone, and again, that throw just a little late. Defender kind of caught up, got there in the airspace of Trayvon Smith, but again, throw a little bit off target too. Just that play was there. The timing was just slightly off on both ends.
Yeah, I think if he throws it to the inside a little bit, Trayvon makes the catch, but it was over the right shoulder instead of the left. And as it is, it's 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 13 seconds. Mansky sends Olfers in motion wide to the right. Mansky looks that way, now throws down the middle of the field. He's got Caden Weber wide open. He makes the catch for the touchdown. I don't know who was guarding number 2, but he forgot about him, and Caden Weber secures the football for the touchdown.
Absolutely, and the defender had his eyes in the backfield that time. Olfers, the running back, went out into the right flat. The defender, who was sitting in zone coverage, looked into the backfield, and that look into the backfield was just enough time for Weber to blow right by him. No safety was there to help. Easy touchdown throw for Mansky, his third of the game.
Yeah, because he looked at Olfers, kind of drawing that defense that way, and then Caden Weber, wow, it couldn't have been wide open. That's one where you're all alone. You're like, okay, just let me catch this for the touchdown. Not trying to do anything fancy. The Bulldogs got to go for 2. They've missed 2 PAT attempts so far. They're going to go for 2 here from the left hash.
And how about Weber redeeming himself for that earlier drop on the drive?
Mansky takes the snap, looking to his right. Now under pressure, throws for the corner. He's got a man over there. It's knocked away at the last second. Oh, couldn't see who that was. He got knocked down to the ground. Is that Steenhoek? I think that's Austin Steenhoek over there. Yeah, it was. And Austin had his hands on him and got hit, and it's knocked away incomplete. But the Bulldogs score with 8 seconds left to go up 18-0 right before halftime. That's huge right there, Tyler.
Absolutely huge there. That's exactly how you run a 2-minute drive. 11 plays, 80 yards. And again, on a 2-point conversion, great coverage by Ryan Brennan that time, just kind of using his fist to pound down on the ball after it went in Steenhoek's hands. But that doesn't take away from the way Mansky just absolutely dissected this Emmetsburg team. Again, in control, quickly getting his guys up to the line on plays that went inbounds. And I mean, really, this senior quarterback is just flashing all the potential that Algona thought he had here tonight, getting Algona out to this 18-point lead.
Yeah, and a nicely designed play there on 3rd down and 10, as you said. Had Olfers in motion, and someone was looking at the wrong guy because Caden Weber ran right past everybody, wide open in the end zone. He makes the catch. So the Bulldogs lead it 18-0. They'll kick it away here, and probably time for one play before halftime, as Emmetsburg will get the ball to start the second half. So Caleb Penner will kick the football away, and the Bulldogs will have to stop one and head on to the locker room. Good crowd on hand tonight. They have the Wall of Fame inductees going to be honored here at halftime as well. As Penner just pooches this one down the middle of the field. Auten picks it up on the run across the 30. Somebody's got to tackle him still. He gets out close to the 40. Just say, still got to make the tackle, even though there's only 4 seconds left in the half. And that'll be, Emmetsburg will have a chance to run one play, and we'll be at the halftime mark.
Yeah, and that pooch kick, usually when you kick one like that, you want it to take a weird bounce and kind of not let a receiving player get a running start to go up to field it, but that one bounced right to the hands of Auten that time. Dangerous as he tried to just take it right back up the seam, but fortunately Algona able to make the tackle there at the 39-yard line. So fourth down, 4 seconds left in the half. Emmetsburg, Brennan at quarterback, gives off the right side to Freeman. He's going to get forward for about 10 yards here, but that's going to be the end of the half. Bulldogs gang tackle him there, and we have played 2 quarters of football here, 18-0 in favor of Algona. Quick 2-minute timeout, 2-minute break. We'll come back, and we've got Superintendent Joe Carter going to join us here at halftime. Back after this here on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you to the performance of the Algona High School Scarlet Regiment's 2020 2021 production, Rise. Repertoire for tonight's show includes selections from Randall Stanbridge's Pandora Reopened. The Scarlet Regiment Marching Band is in its 44th year of competitive field marching. They have earned 34 consecutive Division I ratings and 41 overall Division I ratings at the State Marching Band Festival. Drum majors Ashlyn Waldera and Lorelei Brady. Is your band ready? Scarlet Regiment, you may take the field for performance. Scarlet Regiment Marching Band would like to thank you for watching tonight's show. We would also like to thank the Algona Community Schools VIPs and everyone who supports their activities. The Scarlet Regiment Marching Band has received either the Excellence in Academics or Distinguished Academic Award, sponsored by the Iowa High School Musical Association every year since its inception in 1987. The 2021 Scarlet Regiment Marching Band is under the direction of Nicholas Liebel, Kurt Kissinger, Mia Haggerty Roach, and Becca West, with assistance from Jordan Warfield. Let's give another round of applause for the 2021 Algona High School Scarlet Regiment Marching Band.
And I fully admit the new video board threw me off when I walked in. I was like, wow, it's 3-3? Really? We're kicking field goals in freshman games now? But I was looking at the timeouts left and didn't see where the score was on the new video board. But I saw the students enjoying the new video board there just a second ago. They were trying to get them on camera, and now they're going to have the Wall of Fame inductees. They're going to bring them out, and that was a nice ceremony earlier today. Always a nice thing to have the Wall of Fame inductees come back.
Yeah, tremendous job. Brian Connick does an awesome job at organizing the Wall of Fame ceremony every year. We got a volleyball team from 2005, which is being
so you can be properly recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tom Claude. He's going in as an athlete and a community member from the class of 1967. Tom Claude was a four-sport athlete at AHS where he excelled in baseball and basketball. Following graduation, Tom went on to play both baseball and basketball for Luther College. Over the past 50 years, yes, I said 50 years, Tom has immersed himself in high school officiating, where he has officiated state championship games in football, boys basketball, and girls basketball. That in and of itself is worth a round of applause. In 2003, Tom was inducted into the Iowa High School Athletic Association Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the 2021 class of the Algona Wall of Fame, Algona graduate Tom Claude. Next, I'd like to introduce Dave Rozanke, boys basketball coach. Hailing from New Hampton, Iowa, Dave Rozanke joined the staff at the Algona Community Schools in 1968. In 1970, Dave answered the call to duty and joined the Army Rangers, where he served in Vietnam through 1971. As the head boys basketball coach for AHS, I am sorry, absolutely. Let's applaud that. Army Ranger. When Dave was the AHS boys basketball coach, he compiled a record of 81-28, including a North Central Conference championship in 1996, a pair of district titles in 96 and 99, a fourth place finish in the state tournament in 99, and a state runner-up finish in 1996. Please welcome to the 2021 class of the Wall of Fame, Dave Rozanke. Next, we'd like to talk about Howie Stevenson, boys basketball coach. Most of you don't know of Howie. He was the boys basketball coach from 1960 from 1977. He built the Algona Bulldogs into a perennial power, not only in the North Central, where AHS won 6 titles, but also in the whole state. Stevenson's teams qualified for 4 state basketball tournaments, 1964, 66, 71, and 73. Finishing 3rd in 1964, 4th in 71. It should be noted that in 64 and 66, the state held a single class tournament and in 71, a two-class tournament. Much more difficult to get there. During his outstanding career, Coach Stevenson led AHS to an overall record of 282 and 159. In 1988, Coach Stevenson was inducted into the Iowa High School Coaches Hall of Fame. And tonight, please join me in honoring Coach Howie Stevenson, represented by Sharon Meyer, as a member of the 2021 Algona High School Wall of Fame. Next, we will recognize the 1996 boys basketball team. That team finished their season with a North Central Conference title, a district title, and an overall record of 22-2, en route to a state runner-up finish in Class 3A. Team members include head coach Dave Rozanki, assistant coach Bob Hansen, manager Jim Madsen, trainer Charlie Rower, Scott Marine, Nick Madsen, George Cunningham, Nate Gage, Jason Teeter, Josh Black, Matt Scuffham, McCain Rozanki, Ben Renshaw, Brent Heitland, Pat Williams, and Jeremy Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the 2021 Wall of Fame, the 1996 boys basketball team. Hang on, looking for my stuff on the computer. I'm sorry, it's not showing up on my computer. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to recognize the 2005 Wall of Fame inductees, the 2005 volleyball team that were state runner-up. Head coach Shelley Tierhart, assistant coaches Amber Limbaugh, Christy Roberts, and Julie Collison. Team members Ashley Kajewski, Chelsea Rasmussen, Shelby Lumstead, Wendy Bitsum, Brittany Tilges, Emily Reimers, Stephanie Bustrom, manager Emily Elbert, Darcy Walker, Whitney Mills, Amy Gale, manager Jamie Weeman, Stacy Menning, Maggie Shuttler, Ashley Zwiefel, Betsy Knudsen, Melanie Hackbarth, Tiffany Smith, and Hannah Simonson. Now, this team, 5 tournament championships, undefeated North Central Conference championship, 3A regional champions, Class 3A state runner-up. Final record 41 and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2005 Algona volleyball team. gentlemen, another wonderful class of the Wall of Fame at Algona High School.
Showing up here tonight, good, well-rounded performance so far on both sides.
Yeah, and hopefully everybody rested up. You could kind of see a little bit there towards the halftime break. Guys cramping up a little bit, getting a little fatigued. It is a hot, humid night. Talking to Joe Carter here, he said it probably is warmer outside than it is in the press box. Press box is usually pretty hot, but there's some air flowing through here, and not much breeze down there right now. So definitely hot for the players. They're sweating a lot. They're losing a lot of fluids. Hopefully we can get through the second half without any cramping incidents or anything like that. Right now, we're going to send it back to the studio. We've got our You Make the Call segment, and actually mentioned Tom Claude is our new You Make the Call referee, just inducted into the Bulldog Wall of Fame. So congrats to Tom, as he is now a member of the Bulldog Wall of Fame, and he's our new referee this year. As our You Make the Call segment coming up next, it's brought to you each and every week by Algona Municipal Utilities. We come back. Kudos to Rich Collison on the PA. He's got the good tunes cranking there. Little Bush, taking it back to the 90s. I know Tyler doesn't remember the 90s, but some of us do. So we can't all be 22 years old or 20. Are you 23 now?
I'm 25.
Oh, you're 20. Oh, that's right.
I may look like I'm 20 or 22, but
you look like you're about 16, actually.
Yeah, that's probably fair, honestly.
So
this is why I stick to radio.
That's okay. You got that baby face. I feel great if someone actually cards me in a restaurant and you want to buy a beer. Oh, can I see some ID? Makes my day. You probably get carded all the time because you do look like a baby face.
Yes.
I say that kindly. You look very young because you don't have any gray hair yet. I've had that for a long time. As we get set to go, Bulldogs set to kick it away. Caleb Penner will kick off. Bulldogs kicking from left to right across your radio dial. Great first half. Now can you close things out? Last year the Bulldogs had a good first half against Emmetsburg. I believe it was 21-7 at halftime, but could not hold that lead. It might have been 24-7 actually, because we ended up losing 24 or 27. I'd have to double check on that. But anyway, it was not a great second half. Bulldogs got to finish this one off here. Short kick fielded by Brennan at his own 25-yard line, up the middle, 35, out to about the 37-yard line. He'll be brought down from behind. It'll be 1st and 10 for the E-Hawks. But a nice return there by Brennan out to the 39, just shy of the 40.
Yeah, just kind of patiently taking it up the middle that time. Really didn't show a huge burst, but just went back through the middle of Algona's coverage unit that time. And this is a big drive for Emmetsburg. I'll be interested to see if they try to get their quarterback Keegan Joyce involved a little bit more in terms of his legs. We saw him move around on a few passing attempts that he tried to make in that first half just because he was kind of forced to by the Algona pass rush. But if I'm Emmetsburg, I wouldn't mind running a few QB draws in the second half or try to sweep the quarterback out a little bit. Mix it up because they just haven't been able to get a huge drive for their running game straight ahead so far.
Yeah, Joyce goes off the right side to Freeman, bouncing off a couple tacklers, and everybody getting a little physical there. It was a nice 5-yard run, but Freeman took a couple shots there towards the end. Alex Manson coming in on the stop for the Bulldogs. Also Matt Hoover in there, a Porter Reefer.
Yeah, Freeman listed at 5'11", 160, but he's got those broad shoulders as a running back. He can really make you bounce off if you just try to arm tackle him. You're obviously best served to go waist or below when you're hitting him, and we've seen that a few times here tonight where he's turned 1-yard gains into 5-yard gains.
Second down at 5. Freeman goes right, bounces it back to the left. He's got the first down just across midfield. So Freeman with a gain of 6 there. Now bring up 1st and 10 now into Algona territory, and Freeman a little slow to get up.
Yeah, and again, nice crease there right by the left guard for Emmetsburg for Freeman to run through. And again, this is what Emmetsburg, they need to avoid penalties because they've had a couple drives where they've pounded it forward with the running game, but then they've short-circuited themselves with penalties, and that's why they haven't been able to finish so far. So they need a clean drive, no penalties here, especially since the pass game really not a huge part of Emmetsburg's offense.
1st down and 10 for the E-Hawks, just underway second half. Algona leading 18-0. Joyce takes a snap, gives the second man through there. That's Auten, and he gets forward for 6 or 7 here. Kind of an awkward exchange there between Joyce and Auten, but he's able to grab it and get forward for 7.
And that might have been by design as they kind of ran Freeman past the quarterback Joyce first, almost as if Freeman was going to take the handoff before giving it off there to Auten instead. And I think that kind of threw the Algona defense a little curveball that time, and that's a quality 7-yard gain on 1st down.
Yeah, clock running, 10:35 to go here. The third quarter, just underway second half. Algona up 18-0, but Emmetsburg on the move here. Their most productive drive so far of the night. Joyce had trouble grabbing that snap, and he's going to be taken down. He's able to get forward for about a yard and a half, but initially had trouble grabbing the snap, had to keep it, and got brought down by Jack Limbaugh. The freshman able to make the stop, but it's 3rd and 1 after being about 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and there have been a couple times tonight where Joyce has tried to bail away from the center a little bit too quickly taking the snap, and again, treble that time. Didn't result necessarily in a fumble, but threw the timing of the play off, and we've seen a few just wasted opportunities and wasted plays here from Emmetsburg with the trouble between the quarterback and center.
Yeah, 3rd down and 1 here. Joyce takes a snap. Yeah, we got movement up front, and you talked about it, Tyler, just a few moments ago. It's now 3rd and less than 1, becomes 3rd and 5.5 here. And that's what you can't have. You've been moving the football, you've been pounding the rock. Can't go backwards.
Yeah, and see, this is the problem when your offense is 80 to 90% running. You can get those good early gains and set up 3rd down and 2 and 3rd down and 1, but once you get into 3rd down and 6, which is what they're facing now or longer, the straight-ahead running game just isn't quite where you're looking for on those drives, and Emmetsburg just really hasn't shown the ability to throw the ball and move the sticks on 3rd downs. Algona had a huge edge in the first half in terms of 3rd down conversions.
3rd down and a long 5 here. They give it off the left side. Let's see who the ball carrier is. He's going to be short of the 1st down, number 36. I've got 36 in front of me here.
They don't even have a 36 on their roster, so he's a mystery man.
All right, sorry, number 36's parents. So it's 4th down and less than a yard here. Nice run, got that 5 yards back. But right now, 4th down and less than a yard here for the E-Hawks as they're trying to move the football here on the first drive of the second half. Joyce under center, takes a snap, gives the second man through. That's Freeman. He's got the 1st down, out across the 40 to about the 38. Needed 1, got about 2.5.
Yeah, boy, Joyce was fortunate to get the handoff to Freeman that time as Algona came into the backfield absolutely ready to blow up Joyce almost before he got that handoff away, but was able to do it. Freeman got the necessary yardage to move the sticks, and again, not a huge gain, but as a running back, you just have to kind of have an eye for where those sticks are and a sense for it, and he was able to do just that, moving the chains here for Emmetsburg, and that penalty ends up not costing them.
So first down and 10 inside the Algona 40 to 38. Joyce gives the second man through. That's Auten. He's got room to run inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. That's a pickup of about 8.5 here on first down.
Yeah, and again, apologies to number 36 for not having his name on the roster, but he did a nice job kind of sealing off the Algona player coming off the edge, opening up that running lane for a 7-yard gain. Without that block there from 36, that play could have easily been blown up in the backfield, but he was able to seal the edge.
Called a gain of 8, second down and 2 here. And that one, the handoff was so delayed, the Bulldogs almost ran past Auten a couple times, and he had room to run downfield. Second down and short for Emmetsburg. Moving the ball close to the Case IH red zone, the Red Power Team red zone. Joyce fumbled the football. It's loose on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by Emmetsburg. Third time they've put it on the turf on an exchange, and the third time they've recovered it, but they lose a couple, and now it's third down and 4.
Yeah, and again, it's the same thing every time. Joyce is just trying to get out of there too quickly before he has the football in his hands. And this just absolutely has to be driving Ben Thompson crazy on the Emmetsburg sideline. You're just making tough third down situations, which could have been third and short, third and inches, but a penalty on the last one, and now you fumble the snap, set up third down and 4 instead of third down and 1, or converting for a first down.
Clock running, 7:40 to go, third quarter. Algona in front, 18-0. Joyce takes the snap, gives to the second man through Freeman. Bulldogs able to trip him up at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward at the end. He got maybe 1, and it's going to bring up fourth down and a long 2 yards right here.
Great penetration all along the defensive line that time from Algona. They forced Freeman to try to take that one outside, and there just wasn't really a whole lot of places to go there. Couldn't turn the corner. And now a tough fourth down here for Emmetsburg. Huge play to start off this drive for them in this third quarter.
Oh yeah, you're down 3 scores. You've taken 5 minutes off the game clock, and if you don't come away with any points, that's massive. Fourth down and a long 2 here for the E-Hawks. And this is one here you got to make sure you don't jump offside. Joyce takes the snap, gives to the second man through, and he's undercut by Brandon Harris, and the Bulldogs come away with a defensive stop. Harris is fired up as he got to the backfield and knocked Auten to the ground, just submarined him, and the Bulldogs turn the E-Hawks away.
Yeah, Harris just kind of used his right arm that time to shimmy in between the 2 offensive linemen. He got into the backfield, and no chance that time for Freeman. Fantastic play by Harris, showing the agility there, and that drive really works in Algona's favor, like you mentioned, running a lot of time off the clock for Emmetsburg for them to come away with nothing.
Somewhere wrestling coach Nick Keeker is shouting, that's 2. That was a takedown there for Harris, and the Bulldogs turn away Emmetsburg on downs. First down and 10 at their own 31. They pitch it out wide to Trayvon Smith. First time they've shown this wrinkle. Smith gets the corner, turned out across the 40, right to the first down marker. And that time, almost a little option play, and they get a nice 10-yard gain for Trayvon Smith.
And that's good play design there by Coach Andy Jacobson and the staff as, I mean, you don't have to just get the ball in Trayvon Smith's hands by throwing it to him. You can kind of use those little pitches, bring him into the backfield sometimes. You get the ball into your fastest player's hands as much as you can and let your playmakers go to work. And great play there on first down for Algona, getting the 10 yards.
Nice 10-yard gain, call it a first down, and first and 10 across the 40 to the 41. Mansky sends Harris in motion. They run the same play this time with Brandon trying to get to the outside, cuts it back upfield. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, forward for a yard, maybe 2, but not much more than that. They'll bring up second down and about 8. That time Emmetsburg was ready.
Yeah, and it was Matthew Wirtz that time that was able to turn that play back to the inside. Harris was trying to sweep all the way to the edge, but Wirtz was right there in his path. Harris had to take that one, cut it back to the inside, nothing doing there either. Nice recognition that time by Emmetsburg, not getting beat by the same play twice.
Wirtz, a good hand fighter. He's a state medalist on the wrestling mat as well, so he can bring people down. Second down and 8, Mansky fakes the handoff to Olfers, now rolling out to his right. He's got Weber behind the defense, but he's going to take off and run. He's got the first down, gets shoved out of bounds at the Emmetsburg 41. Nice play there. He had Weber open down the field, but he was kind of, Tyler was rolling to his right. Weber was running to the left. It's one, just take the yardage. Well into Emmetsburg territory. Nice run for a first down.
Absolutely, and into the backfield, almost untouched, was Ben Saxton, but he almost had to freeze there because he knew Mansky has the speed edge on him. He didn't know which way Mansky was going to juke. Mansky took it outside, was able to turn the corner on Saxton that time, and despite the defender untouched in the backfield, Mansky makes magic happen here again.
Yeah, we got a movement here, left side of the line. Looked like Brandon Harris might have flinched that time, so 5-yard walk-off. 6:02 to go, third quarter. Algona in front 18-0, their first possession of the second half, and they're moved into Emmetsburg territory here.
Yeah, and Emmetsburg, that drive that they had previously, 10 plays, it took exactly 5 minutes long, and again coming away with nothing, and now Algona's kind of giving them a taste of their own medicine here. A lot of running plays, whether it's the quarterback, the pitch to the receiver, or just going up the middle, and really this is exactly the kind of clock management you want in the third quarter if you're the Bulldogs.
Yeah, a chance to drive down and make it a 4-possession game. Mansky wings receivers either way. Sends Harris in motion. Mansky fakes that pitch, steps up, deep down the middle of the field. He's got Caden Weber behind the defense, makes the catch inside the 15, taken down at the 5. First and goal, Bulldogs. This time they hook up. Big pass completion all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And Algona had 3 receivers going deep that time. Larson and Smith were also going deep, as well as Weber. Mansky really could have gone to any of those 3 guys. They'd all beaten their coverage. He went with Weber that time, made another great catch. And Emmetsburg, I mean, their defense is just not keeping Algona's receivers in front of them effectively on these plays where Mansky has time to sit back there and wait.
Well, I think Coach Andy Jacobs is glad that Caden Weber decided to go out for football this year. He's been running across country and running behind the defense of Emmetsburg tonight. Mansky takes a snap, rolling out to his left, steps up, fires him over the middle. He's got a man out there, but it's a little bit overcooked that time for Jackson Cecil. A little bit behind him and a little bit too high, and it's incomplete. Second down and goal to go. It was a 41-yard pass completion from Mansky to Weber down to the 5, and it's second and goal now.
Yeah, and even though that last pass was behind Jackson Cecil, once again, Algona had 2 options on that play. Cecil kind of open in the middle of the field, and they had Caden Weber open in the far left corner. So again, the scheme here tonight from Algona is just really dominating Emmetsburg's secondary. I mean, they just have not been able to cover these Algona receivers all night long. Just so many different options for Mansky to look to here so far.
5:49 to go, third quarter. Algona knocking on the door of an expanded an 18-0 lead. Mansky takes a snap, Olfers to his left. Fakes, he does give it to Lamorne up the middle. Lamorne fighting forward, gets inside the 5, down to about the 4. That'll bring up third and goal from right there.
Yeah, and they swarmed on Olfers pretty quickly that time. Several defenders had their hands on him, even though he kind of got past that initial line, just slowed him down enough to not really let him get going on that carry.
So third down and goal to go for the Bulldogs. We got 2 plays to get 4 yards here, or actually 5 yards. They mark it right at the 5-yard line. They sent 2 receivers either way. Olfers to the right of Mansky. And we got flinching up front. A couple of guys on the line couldn't hold it there. So third and goal from the 5 becomes third and goal from the 10, but maybe gives your receivers a little bit more room to run right here.
Yeah, and it almost looked like one of Emmetsburg's defensive linemen moved first, but the key is he didn't go into the neutral zone when he moved, and Algona's offensive line reacted to that. They didn't stay disciplined on that play, and there's another third down penalty by the Bulldogs.
Well, it's one, I don't know high school rules in Ohio, but if you come across it, even if you can't try and get back. If you go into the neutral zone as a defender, it's a 5-yard offside here in Iowa, and that's one there. But like I said, he didn't come across the line. Bulldogs flinched, and it's 5-yard walk-off. So third and goal now from the 10. Mansky with Olfers to his right. Looking to his left, steps up, takes off with it. Now he's going to run to his left trying to find a receiver. Still in trouble. He's got a defender on his foot, gets away, fires for the corner of the end zone and just throws it out the back as he had Trayvon Smith in the area and just got rid of it. He was all the way back at the 25-yard line shaking a defender off his foot, and now it's fourth and goal from the 10. So this is big here. Had a chance to get it to a 4-score game. 18-0, and now the Bulldogs have a fourth and goal situation.
Yeah, Quentin Ord at 5'9", 150 pounds, wasn't really able to bring down Mansky, but again, coverage held up that time. A little bit of a scramble drill in the red zone for the receivers, but they weren't able to get open, and Mansky just wasn't able to get a good angle to get that throw off, so big fourth down here coming up.
Yeah, Mansky with Olfers to his left, receivers either way. Takes the pistol snap, looking to his right. Now looks to his left, fires over the middle, and it's going to be knocked away Was trying to find Brandon Harris. The throw was on the inside, nearly intercepted in the end zone. But as it is, Emmetsburg turns Algona away on downs at the 10-yard line. And the Bulldogs will turn it over there, but that's 1-2. The Bulldogs took a few minutes off the clock. You're still up 3 scores, and you give it to them at their own 10-yard line. They've got 90 yards to go.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That drive, not a total loss for Algona, even though they didn't come away with any points. You still have to like the fact that they've been able to move the ball pretty freely here against Emmetsburg tonight. I think, like you kind of referenced earlier, they got down there close to the goal line, not quite as much room for the receivers to work, and that 3rd and 4th down play were both well covered up by Emmetsburg. Kind of the first time on the drive that they've been able to cover those Algona receivers.
Yeah, well, you've only got so much to cover there. You don't have to cover too far. As Brennan is back in at the quarterback spot, gives to Freeman off the left side, and he goes forward across the 10 to the 15. It's a gain of 5 there. Actually, it was Otten, I'm sorry. Otten off the left side. Usually when they've been getting forward, it's been Freeman.
Yeah, I mean, Otten had that run just like Freeman, kind of shaking off tackles, burying in there for a hard-fought 5 yards, and give Emmetsburg credit. I mean, their running backs tonight, they are running hard here. It could be easy to be demoralized down by 3 scores like this, but they've kept pounding it away and just trying to desperately wear down Algona's defense, which so far, bend but not break. They've given up some yardage, but they've been able to get the stops when they mattered.
Brennan trying to keep it around the right side. He's going to get forward for about a yard. That's it. 3rd down and 4. Nice job staying home on the far side. Luke Carter able to stay over there. Also over on that far side, Matt Hoover able to make the stop. So now it's 3rd down and 4, and this is one here. If you can get a stop, Emmetsburg's not going to go for it from their own 15-yard line. So big spot here, trying to get the ball back after he drove down but couldn't get the score to go up 4 scores in this game.
Exactly, and that's one of those plays. Don't let the mobile quarterback get out on the edge, try to turn things back inside where there's more traffic, more bodies to kind of muck up the play a little bit, and that sets up the 3rd down here for Emmetsburg.
3rd down and a short 4. Brennan gives to the second man throw, and he's not going to get it. Not going to get it. Hoover was there as well. Alex Mansky, Tyler Mansky. 4th down and about 2 as they tried to give it to Freeman off that left side. He didn't get anything. So now it's 4th down and 2 at the 18-yard line, and Emmetsburg in punt formation.
Yeah, one of the few times tonight we've actually seen Freeman just get absolutely buried. Algona's defensive front there won the battle at the line of scrimmage, and that play was doomed from the start for Emmetsburg.
Tyler Mansky standing at midfield. Now Keegan Joyce, one of the quarterbacks, is the punter, so you have to be leery. Make sure he kicks the football away. Good snap. And boots this one down. Tyler calls for a fair catch. Dropped the football. Now he just dives on it back at the 39. And honestly, his little brother, Alex, nearly blocked that punt as Keegan Joyce took a little bit of time. Alex jumped up in the air. I think it went in between his arms, but as it is, the Bulldogs get it back. They get a quick 3 and outs. And now 1st down and 10 for Algona at their own 38-yard line. And like I said, chance to chew up more clock, and if you can get a score, you go up 4 scores. You're up 18-0 right now, and that is going to make it awfully difficult for the Eahawks to try and come back in this game.
Absolutely, and to get the ball back for Algona, it was actually a nice job by Alex Mansky. Very easily could have had a running into the kicker or a roughing the punter call on that one, but pulled up just enough at the last minute to kind of avoid any contact.
Yep.
He was on a direct path to the punter and was really able to veer off there at the last second and avoid any penalty. Smart play from the freshman.
1st down and 10. Mansky takes a snap, gives to Olfers around the right side. Olfers gets through a hole across the line of scrimmage. Good blocking downfield. He's going to get forward for about 5. Cohen Reefer, Jackson Woodyard fighting for yards down there. Also Jensen Eischen. Gain of about, I call it gain of 4, called 2nd down and 6, but the Bulldogs knocking bodies back right there.
Yeah, and maybe you can call it 3 yards in a cloud of turf here is what
That's
Algona's strategy is going to be going forward. The first half was really all about big plays in the passing game and Mansky extending things with his legs. Here in the second half, we'll have to see if Algona's running backs are able to peel off those 4 or 5 yard gains and just move the clock and move the chains.
2nd down and a short 6. Mansky gives to Olfers, but this time he gets hit in the backfield. No chance there for Lamorne. And Emmetsburg got great penetration up front there. Even if Tyler kept that, I think he's going to go down in the backfield too. So no gain on the play, call it 3rd down and 6 now.
Yeah, and Ort came in shooting off the edge that time like a bullet, quickly got into the backfield, and like you said, if it was an option play, there really was no good option on that play. The option was 0-yard gain and just try again on 3rd down.
Well, and Emmetsburg's in a situation they kind of have to gamble defensively, and they're sending linebackers, they're sending everybody, see if the Bulldogs could catch them here. Mansky takes a snap, pressure coming from the right side, and Tyler's going to go down. As they got to him that time, Ryerson Bevers able to get around the end, gets the sack, and the Bulldogs will have to punt for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and that's one if you're Mansky. You have to know Emmetsburg is sending 6 or 7 on that play. They're showing an all-out blitz. You just go to your hot read on that one and get the ball out of your hands. But Mansky wanted to hang on to that one a little bit longer than he should have, maybe trying to take a shot there on 3rd down, and that just ends up resulting in a sack.
So Caleb Umdahl on to punt for the first time tonight. And the Bulldogs, looks like Jackson Cecil's a long snapper, and he was counting. You got to make sure you got 11 guys out there. So Emmetsburg, see if they come with a rush here. Umdahl gets the punt away. There's a flag on the play. Low line drive kick fielded by Brennan. Makes the first man miss. Now trying to get to the outside. And we got about 5 flags now. Brennan's going to take this one back. May go all the way. He's going to take it back here. There's a flag on Algona. There's 2 flags at least on Emmetsburg. And so there, as I say, a lot of hullabaloo, and Brennan started celebrating at the 5-yard line that time. Might have drawn a flag at the end itself, but like I said, it's not going to count for anything. We're going to do it all over again. It was just practice for the punt coverage, and it was a little suspect there, so the Bulldogs have to clean that up.
Yeah, shame for Brennan that time because he did make the first man miss, and that's really the key on a punt return. But yeah, there's going to be a block in the back against Emmetsburg. Algona's going to have a penalty as well, and we're just going to have to do it all again here. Yep. And you obviously had the coverage unit run all the way down, which maybe you like if you're Brennan to try to do that again and see if you can repeat that. But it's hard for me to believe that Algona will let him run a second one back here in a row after seeing that one.
Yeah. Well, and if you're Caleb Umdahl, you probably kick it away a little bit. But that one, it was a good kick, but it was a low-line drive, so it gave Brennan a chance to make that first guy miss. And now everybody's sucking a little wind because everybody ran a long way for a whole lot of nothing, and they'll do it all over again.
Yeah, fortunately, they only have 24 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter before they can get a breather. But, yeah, you're running essentially a 30 or 40-yard wind sprint there on coverage, and Brennan probably ran a good 70, maybe even 80 yards if you think about all the zigzagging he did down the field.
It was a good snap from Jackson Cecil. Have to do it again here. The Bulldogs got to get somebody out there. They were short a man. So here we go. Let's try this again. Brennan standing back at his own 30-yard line. Good snap to Umdahl. They come after him. Caleb gets this one away. It's a high hanging kick, and Brennan calls for a fair catch at the 25. That was a great punt there by Caleb Umdahl. High spiral, and Brennan had to make the fair catch.
Yeah, that was a fantastic punt. And again, like you said, number 26 came in off the edge. Again, Umdahl was able to stay calm, just get the ball away, not hesitate at all. And again, field position battle at this point in the game. You have the 3-possession lead if you're Algona. The longer Emmetsburg has to go, again, really their only weapon is the running game. That's going to burn a lot of time here trying to go this whole field all the way from the 22-yard line. So punting, great field position turn there for Algona.
Yeah, as I say, Kirk Ferentz would be loving this second half for the Bulldogs thus far.
No doubt.
Field position and punts. When you're up 3 scores, they win games. They win games. There's a reason he's been employed so long. First down and 10 for Emmetsburg. 17 seconds to go here, 3rd quarter. Still 18-0. As Joyce takes a shotgun snap, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to run into a host of Bulldogs, and he's going to lose a half a yard. Brandon Harris made him cut up field. Who else was in there? Wyatt Garman, Jack Limbaugh, Jackson Woodyard, and that's it for the 3rd quarter. We were at 18-0 at the half. We're still at 18-0, Bulldogs in front. We're back in a minute here on Hometown Radio, KLGA. We head to the fourth quarter. Algona leading 18-0. It's been a defensive draw here in the second half. Bulldogs had a chance. They got down inside the 5, got turned away, but the defense has risen to the occasion as well. And right now the Bulldogs, you're about a stop away here, really. Emmetsburg, they haven't shown that they have that big play capability so far through the game. You're down 3 scores. If you take some time off the clock and don't get a score here, that's going to be awfully. It's going to really make it tough on Emmetsburg to come back. So really, you focus on this stop. If you can get a score, maybe put this ball game out of reach.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Brian. And really, here in the second half, the question has been: has Algona really slowed down Emmetsburg's running backs that much, or have they really just been able to take advantage of the offensive line? And I think it's number 2 there. The running backs for Emmetsburg, they're still running hard and breaking tackles, but they're taking that contact a lot earlier, especially in the backfield from Algona. And just again, Emmetsburg, like we've mentioned a lot of times, they just haven't shown any passing offense. Algona's been able to crowd up there at the line of scrimmage, and the offensive line for Emmetsburg has shown some fatigue here. Algona's defense has been living in the backfield here in the second half.
So 2nd down and 11 for Emmetsburg as we start this fourth quarter. They've got the ball at their own 22-yard line. Joyce rolling out to his left under pressure, steps away from it, now runs up the field, and it gets taken down as he crosses the 23. Brandon Harris able to get him down to the turf, and it's a gain of about 3, but it's 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, and it was a good thing Harris was there because he was pretty much the only guy that time between Joyce and the first down marker. That was a case of Algona's defensive lineman getting a little bit too far up the field because Joyce was able to step beyond them. And again, if he had broken the Harris tackle, that could have gone for 10 or 15 yards.
So 3rd down and 8 here for the Ehawks. Clock running, 11:25 to go in the ball game. A reminder, stay tuned. 10 o'clock tonight, the Iowa High School scoreboard show, 10 to 11:30. We'll have that on the air here on Hometown Radio. Joyce in the shotgun, looking to his right, throws a quick hitter over the middle. He's got Wirtz, makes the catch, and then got stripped. And that looks like it's Algona football. It's either an incomplete pass or it's a catch and a fumble, and the Bulldogs have it. So it's one or the other here. It can't be. He was not down by contact. There's no way, as Wirtz is 6'4". He wasn't even close to being down. So it's either a catch and a fumble or it's incomplete. They say catch and fumble recovered by the Bulldogs.
Wow, and when you finally get that first completion of the night, getting ready to move the 6 if you're Emmetsburg, kind of that last gasp drive, you fumble it away, give Algona the ball on the plus side of the field here with 11:08 left. Just a back-breaking play, and again, heads-up play on defense by Algona. You try to punch that ball away while the guy's still up, and they were able to do that, knock it out, and everything bouncing the Bulldogs' way here tonight.
As I say, it's a good pitch and catch between Joyce and Wirtz, but then he got stripped as he was going down, and the Bulldogs able to recover. Mansky in the pistol, takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Olfers, runs straight up the middle, and he's going to get forward for about 6 yards here on 1st down.
Yeah, and that certainly has been an underrated part of Mansky's game. We've obviously seen him take it to the outside so far tonight, but he's pretty good at finding that crease on the quarterback draw up the middle, getting those maybe not huge explosive gains, but those plus gains that you need on 1st down, kind of set up those short sticks as you go into the 2nd and 3rd down marks. That quarterback draw play going to be a big part of Algona's arsenal going forward.
2nd down, actually called a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Olfers to the left of Mansky. Smith and Steenhoek wide left. Mansky fakes the handoff, quick hitter over the middle. He's got Trayvon, spins out of a tackle inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and there's another sidearm quick hitter from Mansky. We saw that on his very first pass of the game. And again, showing he's comfortable making throws from multiple arm angles, especially Smith just working that middle of the field. And that time, not a whole lot of opportunity for a run after the catch, but still almost spun away from that last tackle and would have broken it if he had. Smith is just really a threat to score anytime he touches the ball.
1st down and 10 at the 25. 2 receivers left, 1 wide right. Harris wing to the left. The fake is to Olfers. He throws it out in the flat to Smith. And that one there, the throw was a little bit low. Trayvon made the catch, but he couldn't really get any steam going forward. Gets forward for about 2, maybe 3 yards. But if the pass is on the money there, he's got a full head of steam running downfield.
Absolutely, and that one was a little bit bothered by Bovers coming in off the edge. Ryerson Bovers, the senior, came off from Mansky's right side, but Mansky kind of had his back turned as he was looking back to his left towards Smith. Throw ended up fluttering a little off target, like you mentioned, and didn't get as much as they could have out of that play.
Second down and 8. More importantly for the Bulldogs, clock running, 9:25 to go in the ball game, leading 18-0. Mansky takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Olfers, goes up the middle. Tyler Mansky's going to have the first down, still on his feet inside the 10. Hold on to the football, young man. First and goal coming at the 7 for the Bulldogs. Nice pickup there of almost 15 yards. And Mansky doing a little dance. He's practicing for the homecoming dance here in a few weeks, cutting a rug out there.
That's right, and he did show some good dance moves. First breaking a tackle in the backfield initially, then spun out of another one around the 12-yard line. And again, this is just demoralizing for a defense when your quarterback is a multi-talented threat who can make plays on the ground like Mansky has here tonight. Just really deflating for Emmetsburg. And Mansky, I mean, he's going to be Algona's leading rusher here tonight, barring a huge performance from one of the backs.
Mansky takes a snap, looking to throw, looking to his left, fires out in the flight. He's got a man out there. It's caught. It's Trayvon Smith. He makes the catch. He's in for the touchdown, and the Bulldogs lead is 24-0.
Fourth touchdown pass for Mansky. They just kind of sent Trayvon Smith crossing over the middle of the field that time. Mansky hit him in rhythm, in stride, not a step too early or too late. And that'll be the third touchdown reception for Smith as well. Boy, he and Mansky could really have a special connection here this season if this game is any indication. Yeah. This is something special we're watching here tonight.
Well, senior to senior is Caleb Penner on for the PAT try. That's been the only shortcoming in the Bulldogs game tonight. Haven't been able to get a good snap or a good kick. See if we can put this one right down Broadway. There's a decent snap, and that one's blitzed down the middle right there. Caleb Penner able to put that one through. 25-0 Algona. 8:49 to go in the ball game. We're back in a minute here on Hometown Radio. Caleb Penner to kick the football away, 25-0. The Bulldogs in front. They got it in Emmetsburg territory, take it down and get another score. Third time tonight, Mansky to Smith, and the Bulldogs now up 25. As Penner pushes this one down the middle of the field, fielded by Brennan at about his own 15, up the middle of the field to the 30, 35, bounces to the outside now, across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Now that's been about the average field position for Emmetsburg most of the night off the kickoffs. And the Bulldogs are content to kick it down there and try and make a tackle somewhere shy of the 40.
Yeah, and that might be one area for Algona to work on if you do have a complaint about tonight's game, is that they've really allowed a lot of those second bursts on the kick and punt returns here tonight when the players have broken the initial tackle or they found a way to hit that crease and bring it to the outside. I think the special teams coverage here tonight will leave a little bit to be desired. And even they had that touchdown return that was called back by a penalty for Emmetsburg. So again, a few areas to work on here tonight, but you can't complain about too much when you're up 25-0 in the fourth quarter.
No, I think the coaches would take that. Anytime you don't play perfect and you still win, that's you'll take that any time of the week. 8:41 to go until this one's official. As Brennan back in at the quarterback spot, he's rolling out to his right, got a little run pass option here, pitches late. Oh, dangerous play, but he gets it off to Otten, and he gets hit. We got a flag late on that one. The flag's at the 40. The hit came at the 48, and don't tell me they're going to call late hit out of bounds. He wasn't even close to out of bounds when he got hit.
They might call late hit on the quarterback pitching the ball, but
yeah, that one, he's a runner. That's not. What do we got here? False start. Okay, they call all that. They call a false start on Emmetsburg.
Well, they let that play run
They
in spite
did.
of calling the false start, which
They really did.
resulted in a couple players taking a big hit that time.
Yeah.
You really would want to blow that play dead a lot earlier.
Yeah, that one's, and it might have been. I don't know if they, usually if they call like a legal formation or something, but yeah, false start. Usually they stop it before everybody gets hit, but that one, they walk it back 5 yards. 8:34 to go in the ball game. As I said, after the game tonight, tune in, Iowa High School Scoreboard Show. All the scores from around the state for the games that happened anyway. Brennan back to throw, launch down the middle of the field. He's got a man behind the defense, and he's going to be caught for a gain of about 17, 18 yards here, a first down, as that's Sandbolt, the receiver. That time the Bulldogs bit on the play fake, and he was wide open down the middle of the field.
Yep, that's your classic roll to the right, turn and throw back to the left, and Algona not really necessarily respecting Emmetsburg's ability to throw it deep here tonight, and like you said, they bit up on that one, and that left the player wide open in Algona territory.
Just across midfield to the 48 of Algona, 8:10 to go. 25-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. You know the defense would love to pitch a shutout here. Brennan fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. Now he's just going to take off and run, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds over on the far side there after a gain of a couple, and that's one there. That one might have been a little close to a late hit, but no flags. The Emmetsburg players were maybe asking for one, but I don't see a hanky. It's a gain of about 3.
Yeah, a few fans on the Emmetsburg side waving their hands in frustration. They were not starting the wave, but they were making some gestures there at the referee that time, looking for the flag, but none given. And I mean, anytime you get the borderline play over there on the sideline, usually you err on the side of letting them play. Kind of harder to see on that far side of the field with all those bodies and players on the sideline as well.
High snap. Brennan able to get to it. He's under pressure, throws it out, and he's trying to find Matt Wirtz, but he had to get it out of there as he had pressure coming. Caleb Omdahl, Jackson Woodyard, Jackson Cecil were all bearing down on him, and he threw it over the head of Wirtz, incomplete. It's going to be third down at about 8.
Yeah, and sometimes the best play, if you're a quarterback, is an incomplete pass. 3 guys bearing down on you in the backfield. The only thing that can happen if you force that into coverage is an interception, so you just have to find a way to get rid of it, as he did right there.
So third down and 8, the ball at the 47-yard line of Algona, or 46-yard line, excuse me. 7:53 to go. Brennan under center. Straight back to pass, pressure coming, and he goes down. He goes down in the hands of the freshman, Jack Limbaugh. That's got to be a special moment for that young man. Getting some playing time, first game as a freshman, and gets the sack. That's a loss on the play of almost 10, and to bring up fourth down for the Eahawks.
Yeah, just no blindside awareness that time from Brennan. Did not check his rearview mirror, and a great moment there for Limbaugh, stopping the drive for Emmetsburg. And again, you're getting Algona closer and closer here to the finish line. Just about 7:20 here to go in this one. And this defense, like you said, hungry to pitch the shutout and get the revenge game on Emmetsburg after losing last year in this matchup.
And that time the Bulldogs partially blocked it. That time Alex Mansley partially blocked it. And the Bulldogs, it hit a Bulldog down the field, so Austin Steenhoek able to get on it. But that time Alex Mansky did get his hands on it, partially blocked it, and the Bulldogs will have it at their own 37-yard line here. But heads-up play there by Steenhoek, it hit him, so he just fell on it.
Yeah, and I think might have been Matt Hoover down there, got a little bit excited, reaching his hands out for that, trying to return it. And like you said, Steenhoek was in the area, able to cover that one up. That would have been, again, certainly not a backbreaker when you're up by 25, but would have been an annoyance for your defense to have to go back onto the field if Algona had turned it over on that punt.
So first down and 10 for the Bulldogs, 7:05 to go in the ball game. Trying to get everybody where they need to be. Tristan Larson split wide left, or wide right, Steenhoek wide left. Smith and Harris out there as well. As Manson gives up the middle to Lamorne Olfers, and he's going to get forward for a couple, but not much more than that. Called second, give him a gain of 1, second down and 9.
Yeah, and at this point, if I'm Algona, I'm leaning on Olfers as well as Garmin. I don't really want Mansky having any more carries here. At this point, you really just want to rely on your running backs to move the chains themselves, have them take the hits, and continue to run this clock down over the final 6+ minutes of this game and keep your quarterback out of harm's way with this game very well in hand at the moment.
That's right, second down and 9. Mansky takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Olfers, gives it to Trayvon Smith over the left side. Trayvon hurdles a tackler at the line of scrimmage, gets forward for 3. It's going to bring up third down and about 6 here for Algona.
Yeah, and I really like what Algona's done here tonight. A lot of times they've brought either Brandon Harris or Trayvon Smith across formation here at the time of the snap and really made Emmetsburg respect the possibility of either a sweep or a kind of reverse type of play. And again, you don't always have to give it off on that play. Just put it in the opposing team's mind that you might do it or you might run that play, and that's something that they have to respect every time you show that type of motion.
Bulldogs taking their time here, down to 10 on the play clock before they approach the line, and no reason to hurry at this point. Up 25, 5:45 to go. Mansky sends Olfers to his left, down to 2 on the play clock, takes a snap as the play clock, didn't get it off. He was very close, but the Bulldogs get the procedure penalty, so they'll walk it back 5 yards.
Yeah, and you can't really blame them too much there. You try to ride the line and run every second possible off the clock, but yeah, just a little bit too long that time. Referees were on top of it.
So third down and 11 now, and we got about 5:40 to go to figure out our Erpelding Voigt & Company player of the game. A lot of guys making a claim here tonight. And both the offense and defense. Defense is pitching a shutout right now.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's easy for one side to overshadow the other here tonight, but there's really probably 6 or 7 players you can make a case for. We'll have to just choose one, though.
Mansky fakes the handoff, now rolling to his left, steps up, and he's under pressure, fires deep down the field. He's got Caden Weber behind the defense, but ball was undershot as Tyler took a shot late. It hit one of the defenders incomplete. We got a flag down in the backfield. So we got a big, that's going to be a ways back there. As Tyler was running for his life, that might be a block in the back or a hold or something.
Yeah, and you had Mansky that time rolling towards his non-dominant side. Couldn't quite get enough on it to get it to Weber, but likely would have been a moot point anyways. Here's the early indication is that this penalty will be against Algona. Did appear to be a block in the back that time as Mansky extended the play.
Yeah, and that's tough. All you're trying to do is keep your quarterback from getting hit. The block in the back is declined by Emmetsburg, so the Bulldogs will punt the football away here with 5:16 left. Caleb Umdahl is, like I said, it was interesting. The first time he punted, line drive punt, got ran back for a touchdown, but the Bulldogs had a procedure penalty, and Emmetsburg had 3 blocks in the back. So then on the second try, he boomed it down the field and got a fair catch out of it. So we'll see if Caleb can kind of repeat that last one here. He had a nice high spiral as Brennan stands back at his own 28-yard line. Good snap. Umdahl juggles it. Now he's going to have to roll out and kick it. Nice job, Caleb Umdahl. And gets a good kick away. Brennan, though, fields it on the run. He's going to get it back out to the 40, but heck of a play there by Caleb Umdahl. He mishandled it. The pressure was coming. He sidestepped it, got the kick away, and move on to find another day. And the Emmetsburg takes over at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, and with that bobble, Umdahl actually ended up squeezing the ball between his legs to prevent it from going behind him. Had to pull it out from there, roll to his right as the punter somehow kind of just drop kick and get an Australian-style kick away and avoid the blocked punt again. Wouldn't have been too devastating up by 25, but again, you like to see your punter avoiding just that huge turn of the field, and that's what Umdahl was able to do.
There's Joyce back in at quarterback, and we got flag on the play. We got some new Bulldogs into the game right now. Let's see, we got Colby Jennings at looks like a corner spot. The flag is offsides on Algona. Not a lot of starters out, but right now Colby Jennings actually is in a linebacker spot, looks like. Getting some of those guys that have been on the field quite a bit some breather here.
Yeah, Chase Roof, a sophomore. He's another name we haven't called here tonight, but he'll be on the line, it appears, for this drive.
Yep. Reed Lawaji coming in at a linebacker, getting Harris out of there, getting some of those guys. Like I said, it's a hot night. This game's well decided. We got a flag again. And we're either offsides or well, now it's a false start, so we're moving back 5 yards. Daniel Davila coming in. He's getting Wyatt Garman out of there. So Bulldogs starting to pull some starters now on the defensive side of the ball. With 5 minutes left. We got a couple of sophomores, a couple of freshmen out there right now, but those freshmen have been playing a lot. Jack Limbaugh, Alex Mansky have been playing quite a bit already. First down and 10 now for Emmetsburg after a 5-yard walk-off either way. Handoff goes up the middle. And And taking it out there for a gain of about 9 yards that time. That was, oh yeah, it's 36. It's not listed on the roster. So 2nd down and 1, ball right at midfield. Clock running, 4:40 to go in the ball game. As I said, we'll select our Erpelding Voigt & Company player of the game after this one, and then get you to the Iowa High School scoreboard show. 26 gets the carry this time. He's going to have the 1st down, but not much more than that, as Jace Nelson Brown. They had him listed at 25, but now he's 26. So 1st down for Emmetsburg in Algona territory at the 47. Clock running with 4:20 left. So see if the Bulldog second team now can keep this shutout intact.
Yeah, and 1 point for Algona tonight. Even though they've had a few procedure penalties offensively, defensively they've only had one offsides.
We were offsides on that one. I think Chase Roof had his head over the line that time.
Yeah, appeared to line up in the neutral zone right when I was about to praise Algona's defense for being disciplined here.
Yeah, that's one here. I think he just lined up and put his head there, and then by the time he looked over, offside. So a 5-yard walk off.
Yeah, but the larger point is just with Emmetsburg using that varied snap count, I really thought that might give Algona a little bit more trouble than it did here tonight. They really only got Algona once of that in tonight's game, but besides that, defensive line stayed really disciplined throughout this game.
They give it to Auten off the left side. He plows forward for a couple, but he's not going to have a 1st down here. Bring up 2nd down and about 3. Jack Limbaugh in on the stop, also Austin Steenhoek over on the far side.
Yeah, and Emmetsburg's going to have to figure out if they can win games by running 4- and 5-yard gains all night again, because you can put yourself in those 2nd down and 5s, 3rd down and short type of situations, but so far in tonight's game, Emmetsburg has pretty much consistently wiped out those 3rd and shorts with penalties or fumbling the snap, and that's going to have to go away for them here as they go forward this season.
Joyce goes off the right side this time. Not much there for Freeman. Caleb Umdahl brings him down. He did have the 1st down. He needed about 2. He got 3. Umdahl with the tackle, and Caleb Umdahl was trying to rip that football out of there. Freeman had to really cover up. 1st down for the Ehawks with 3:17 to go in the ball game. 25-0 Algona. Emmetsburg trying to get 1 on the scoreboard before they head home tonight. But this is one here, Bulldogs. Like I said, you're up 25. You made a lot of mistakes in terms of procedure penalties, that sort of thing, but nothing that can't be cleaned up. Head off the left side this time. Not much running there. Actually, well, they give more than I thought. As trying to see who they called that number. That was 36. So that Colin Tremblay, maybe? No, it's a freshman.
Is that us or them?
So 2nd down and 6. A gain of 4 there as Brandon Harris trying to lead some cheers right now to get the crowd into it. Fire up here. Clock running, 2:35 to go. Joyce has the ball go off his hands, and he's just going to have to fall on it, and that's going to be a loss all the way back to the 43. And in Emmetsburg, they know what they'll have to clean up going forward. It's plays like that. You got 2nd down and 6. Now all of a sudden you got 3rd down and about 17.
Yeah, and earlier in the game, it was the quarterback-center exchange. I believe they had 4 fumbles tonight on the quarterback-center exchange. That time it's a shotgun snap that's high over the head of the quarterback. And like you said, Emmetsburg will not win games if they continue to have this many mistakes between the quarterback and the center. It's been a very sloppy game tonight for the Ehawks. Again, if you're them, you're encouraged tonight by the performance of Seth Freeman, the running back. But besides that, it's been pretty bleak here tonight if you're an Ehawk fan.
So 3rd down now at 17, and there was like 2 guys moving there, but Keegan Joyce throws to the far side, nearly picked off as John Cox got over there and knocked it away. As I thought there was going to be a procedure penalty. There was like 2 guys moving at the snap at least, but they said no. John Cox knocked it away. 4th down and 17 for the Ehawks, and with 1:41 to go, they're going to go for it here, and if they don't get it, that'll do it. Take a couple knees and go ring that victory bell.
Yeah, and Joyce stared that last throw down the whole way, almost like Cox undercut it and punctuate this night with a pick 6, but that ball was just a little out of his reach.
4th down and 17. Joyce in the shotgun, looking to throws down the middle of the field. He threw it for Wirtz, overshot him. Nowhere near anybody, and that'll do it. 25-0. The Bulldogs can take a couple of knees and head home. And go ring that victory bell and move on to next week's game on the road, as they will be back in action over in Clear Lake. Been a few years since we played Clear Lake. They were 2A for a while, then we dropped down to 2A, and we just never met up. And now, back at it. You've been, as I say, they play in every other sport. Might as well play in football. And next week they'll be over at Clear Lake. I haven't seen Clear Lake. No, Clear Lake didn't play tonight, so I haven't seen their score. There's a good reason we haven't seen their score.
Exactly, and this will be an interesting test to see how legit Clear Lake is. They got that number 8 preseason ranking in Class 2A, and again, it'll be a chance here for Algona to try to get a good win against a team that has some high preseason expectations coming up next week.
Yeah, you talk about preseason schedule. You don't put much stock in preseason rankings, but Algona's got like 5 teams that were ranked in the preseason on their schedule, depending on what poll you look at. So this is a good one tonight. I know Emmetsburg. A lot of people thought Emmetsburg can be tough in Class 1A. They may still be, but nice win here for the Bulldogs here this evening. They'll have to take a knee probably one more time here. Oh, actually, take it probably 2 more times. They'll have to take a knee here in about 35 seconds, then one more time, and that'll do it.
Yeah, and really, if you're Algona, give yourself a pat on the back for the improvement from last year to this year. Obviously, some players have changed between the 2 teams, but it's a really good indication of where you're at when you face a team that you lost to last year, had the lead against them, and let them come back. This year, obviously, you had the halftime lead, just really closed the door on the second half of defense. Obviously, a total 180 from last season, and I think Algona should feel good about making a lot of progress this offseason and looking good here for the year ahead.
Well, and it was one last year, the game, the Bulldogs lost it up front. Emmetsburg pounded it in the second half. We could not stop the run game. Tonight, that wasn't the issue. The Bulldogs able to slow down that run game, gave up some yards, but didn't give up any big plays, and able to really force Emmetsburg to march down the field. And Emmetsburg, when you make them do that, you make them make plays. Sometimes they make mistakes, and that'll do it. Actually, the Bulldogs do not have to snap it anymore. The play clock's at 18. The game clock's at either way, I think they might have to snap it once, but they're going to just take a procedure penalty and walk it off here, 25-0. Going to be the final score here tonight. Algona over Emmetsburg. The Bulldogs go to 1-0 and then hit the road next week at Clear Lake. 25-0, the final. Algona over Emmetsburg. We'll take a timeout. Back with some final totals after this on Hometown Radio, KLGA.